Shut the fuck up. No? All right, bet.
Yeah, no.
And we don't do it anymore.
What is that, STFU? Yeah, that STFU is coming in. And if the noise gets too loud in here, excuse me for my vulgarness, man. Just be the fuck quiet, you know what I mean? Respect the space, respect the mics, man. You heard me? Hey, look, I want to welcome you to the Corner Convo episode, what's it, 73? 73, yeah, 73 straight weeks.
What's a famous 73?
I don't know.
Is it Barry Bonds? Did he have 73?
Nah, he was 75, wasn't he?
Home runs? No, home runs.
Home runs, yeah.
Fuck it, nobody famous 73 good.
I mean, we're going to be in the offensive lineman territory for the next 6 shows.
I knew 81 is.
No, offensive lineman, it ain't going to work.
I expect it boils down to speaking to a certain type of person or a certain group of people. There's a certain walk, there's a certain talk, there's a personality. This show isn't for everybody, but who is it for? It's for husbands, it's for brilliant men, it's for entertainers.
A corner like thousands of others across the country. It's a place to go if you want to be seen, and to a lot of folks, it's the information center of the neighborhood.
Our job is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be watching, but let's not be selfish. Because we're not going to change the world. Let's not talk about how we should. Mug is in the bag, and the bag is the bass, and the bass never change. It's a groove. As soon as you hear that groove, I know I got you.
COVID-19 should sponsor.
Again, I want to welcome you to the Corner Convo, episode 73. My name is AMON. Say what you want, just spell my name right here.
I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time. One of the best singers, one of the best looking motherfuckers you've ever seen. Hold my drink, bitch.
Next up, man.
My boy still.
Yeah, don't do that to me. Next up, man, we got my boy, the fan favorite. Hey, B, what up?
I'm about to be on some real murder shit, man. I'm telling you, man. Any nigga that ever looked at me wrong, owes me money, or ever said any jealous bullshit about me is fucking dead.
Keep that hate.
You understand what the fuck I'm saying? They're fucking dead, man.
No, I hate it.
Time you got to do certain shit.
Next up, we got the smart guy, the professor. I need to bring this all the way down, man. Nope. You thought I was playing, huh?
I'm an African genius.
Yep. Where are my roses? Roses, please. I'm not the roses, please.
From now on, you will refer to me as the African genius. I'm an African genius. From now on, you will refer to me as the African genius.
Hit the block. Man, I really wish we could play half of that verse. That verse was hot.
It was decent.
Fuck both y'all.
Fuck
both y'all for real.
Basement freestyle. I'm gonna have to.
I got more bars. I spit more bars than anybody. Before we start the show.
That's why it's not recorded.
And magically, somebody never record this shit.
That's why it's not recorded.
You record your shit, and you record your shit, though.
No, you do this shit like Tourette's. We don't know if you rapping or if this is what you actually thinking. So it don't exactly, people don't be ready.
This is true. How was y'all week, man? Let's start there. Let's get the weeks out the way. I'm gonna start with Kende because I've been forgetting the last 2 weeks.
I want the streak to continue, bro.
I did. But when he started turning red and pink and shit, you know, it's like.
Did that actually happen?
Yeah, it did. How was your week, man?
Yeah, I don't know. This week was, well, we'll talk about that a little bit later. There was definitely, some really sad news this week that we'll get to. But also, it was kind of an interesting week, man. I just saw Tobe and Guigwe last night. Shout out to Tobe and Guigwe, Jeffy Hadeen. I mean, that show is always dope, man. He has like praise dancers in his show, but they got like serious faces the whole time. They don't smile. They don't speak.
Like they're crunking.
It's such an interesting play, man. But it's such a family show too. Like he brings his kids out on stage. He got his wife there, a part of him. His mom came out on stage, bro. Like he brought his whole moms out. She like did a whole hype man situation. Like
that's dope.
It's really a dope show to see in today's era of hip hop that you can have your whole family on stage, like your kids, your mom, your cousins, your god brother, god sister.
The dope man.
Shout out to Nia Nunn from Honeybee Catering. She catered food for them. Shout out to my man
Chicago kids,
Phil
man.
Mack. They hit me about having a contract to do like painting and lay down false floors for the tour. He showed up, 24 hours notice, knocked it out the park, man. So that was dope. But yeah, I think other than that, man, it's been a straightforward week. I don't think there's been anything extraordinary.
It's not a bad thing at all, you know what I'm saying? This week was Great. For one reason and one reason alone. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm going on vacation.
What?
I'm going on vacation, man.
You've been on vacation all year.
6 months.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
You wanna stay on vacation.
What a job this is, you know what I'm saying? But no, it was just a regular week, man. I still should be at work tonight, tomorrow. But the more I thought about my vacation, I said, nah, I ain't going that day. I'm not going the day before that, or the day before that, and here the fuck I am.
That's right, because
Take
y'all
that shit
still
off.
got to work like over Thanksgiving. Y'all don't get days off for Thanksgiving.
And they canceled our first off day because of the Rittenhouse and because of Arbery going at the same time, you know.
About to go down.
But I won't be there, so it's cool. And then Thursday, while it's getting cold here, I get to get on the plane and go to Miami. If only for a day, it's still Miami.
What you
be
do-
back with the bullshit.
Can I ask what you're doing out there?
Man, look here, I'm going
I don't
to...
wanna get in your business, but I do.
I'm going to further our connection with Arbery Spears
Yeah,
at a
facts.
cryptocurrency event.
A cryptocurrency. This sounds like an illegal strip club.
You know? Wait, this is the fucked up part,
In
though.
Miami. This
You got-
is sex trafficking.
You got Jamie
comedians.
Foxx. You got all these comedians down there, and they chose him to be on stage performing. So now I got to stand by him like this. with a yellow shirt on, for the motherfucker to talk about me like when he needs his bridges and shit.
You
Man,
talking
but
about
it's cool.
Jamie Foxx or you talking about Ari Bridges?
Arbery Spears.
Arbery Spears.
Who the fuck is
Who is Ari
I
Bridges?
don't know all the names. Put them together.
Ari Bridges.
Nah, man, good dude, man, friend of the
My bad.
show. He promises to come on the show.
No, he coming.
We're gonna all get together.
Pause.
What the fuck?
Pause. I called it immediately. Pause. Whoa.
You're not helping, bro.
Wait a minute.
Thank you for
Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
I apologize. You know, my week is the same every week. It ain't shit. That's it. This is the highlight of my week. That's it.
Just
That's all.
working like 40-hour weekdays.
No, this is a real thing. You know, overworked and overpaid. I guess it's a good position to be in.
Overpaid?
Overpaid.
All right.
If that's a real thing.
I think you're worth more
Oh
than what you
yeah,
get paid.
yeah.
So what?
Bossy's overpaid. I promise you that.
Right.
Bossy's definitely overpaid.
So what? Hey, and I'm getting a raise that the contract finna go through. And I'm getting back pay for what I didn't do.
Yeah.
Look at white Jesus come through for a brother. Look at white Jesus come through.
I'm still waiting for our
Jesus for
union
that.
to get it together, man. But when they do,
All right, bro.
ooh,
Yeah.
but when they
Yeah.
do,
So when they do, y'all financing the first off-site, out of town.
I've been financing the whole. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about?
And get too much sauce away.
You said the what?
The billboard.
Oh yeah, billboards are coming too. Yeah.
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just leave that sauce alone, though.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So, you know, long story short, man.
That's
No more
That's the day I'm gonna
podcasts.
get fired.
Hey, no
That's the
more
day I'm gonna get
podcasts.
fired. My students gonna be like, look at Miss Arnaldo. He on the bus stop. They gonna hit a podcast. Curtis.
That's gonna be over with, huh?
Over with.
Oh, we can't even do that right. There you go. Fucked up the
For
church's money.
those who didn't know, or actually for the live audience, I want everybody to give a Bossy a happy birthday. Please, can we do that? Can we do that?
Bossy Thompson.
Please. You know what I mean?
This brother here is 65 years old in the face. Boy, he got gray and silver hairs. I don't know how you mustard both.
So
Just figure that shit out.
because we love you and the public loves you, we have to do this for you. Okay? Just come on with the love. Come on with the love. Just come with the love. Yeah, just come with the love. Yeah.
Yeah, we're ready.
We're ready.
We had to get you only the
for the love.
finest.
For the love.
Only the finest of alcohol. We got
Yes.
you all the way from the French Alps, west side of Indiana. We got you. This shit comes from.
Let me tell y'all something, man. If y'all ain't never had a quality vodka, this the shit for y'all. Look here.
Let me read this shit.
Hold somewhere, goddammit. The 5-time distilled, smooth, clean finish, having
This is not an ad.
2020 Sip Award winner. It ain't Grey Goose. It ain't Ciroc. It ain't Capital One. I love Capital One. It ain't Capital One. I never cheat on you though. It ain't Capital One. It ain't Tito's. It's motherfucking Pinnacle. Y'all know what Pinnacle means? The fucking top.
It means the top of some nasty.
That shit is
ass
trash,
list
bro.
of Shit is what I'm trying to explain.
Motherfucker, y'all just so.
Does it have? It's in a plastic bottle. You can squeeze the fucking bottle. Look
You know
at
what?
this shit.
It's always your own people. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be brothers, man.
Oh shit! Hey! Oh man! All right. Don't knock the fucking camera over.
Hey, look here.
All right. Squeeze bottle vodka, bro.
If I had tears left, I'd cry. But ain't nothing left, so I'm happy though. All right, we good.
All right, we good now?
Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank y'all, man.
No, it's all good,
Appreciate
man.
it, brothers.
He skimped on it. I told him to get a gallon. He clearly can't count.
No, actually, they just didn't have it,
Why
bro.
the fuck am I drinking this then? What's in here?
Somebody please pour out this very exquisite
Somebody want a box
top
up.
shelf
I'm
vodka
fighting. Who want a
so he
box?
can put this juice box
you
vodka
wanna
in
fight
this
ass?
motion.
You wanna fight me ass?
Fucking drink. I can't believe you can squeeze the fucking bottle.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, we can't do that.
I'm sorry. I apologize 10 times.
Pinnacle,
I'm sorry.
Pinnacle, come holler at us. For real.
Happy birthday to you, sir. Happy
Appreciate
birthday, man. I hope you enjoy that terrible, terrible fucking vodka.
Hey,
man.
the first part is I'm going to share this with my brothers. We all gonna
That's
partake
gonna
in this
last all
shit.
of 2 seconds.
We gonna all partake.
You got
know what I'm
17
saying?
brothers.
Hey, if I go, we all go.
All right, let's kick it off, man. So in Chicago, you know, being the #1 podcast
So
in
happy.
Chicago, I like to start in Chicago and work our way out.
Oh my God.
Did you see that the Chicago studio complex is Cinespace? It's just sold for $1 billion. Nice little partnership came through. It gave 15,000 jobs when it first opened 3 years ago. They're back down, and that's where they shoot PD, fire, med, bunch of commercials, everything. So I had my agent call them. I will be on a show very soon, so y'all look out for that.
Definitely gonna have him as the one getting locked up.
You gonna typecast me?
It's the only role you fit, bro. It's the only role you fit. You know, you're not a police sergeant. I know you play that role. You tried to play that role in real life. That's not gonna work. You definitely not fast enough to put out no fires. That's not gonna work.
Definitely not.
You getting
Get all the
arrested.
information out of you,
Yeah,
bro.
you getting arrested.
Sarge getting all the info out of you, bro.
Damn. Oh yeah.
He
You
gonna
sing.
threaten to shut down the podcast.
Oh yeah, you sing,
bro.
Yeah, you gonna
It's
definitely
over
be the one with the side. Hey, let me holla.
Kentucky Fried Chicken in front of him.
So
Nah,
actually,
lads.
you know, just so you know, my singing causes for me to shed a tear. So I have to tap into my
look at my face, dog.
my acting range. It's a real thing. So you know, just
Motherfucker,
y'all
man.
look for that.
Motherfucking man, I swear.
What's wrong, bro?
Nothing, man. I love Cinespace. Shout out to all the people in Cinespace. I hope they continue to make the same amount of
Good
money.
business.
All right, for all the parents, if you have children, we have Hoops for the Hungry program, and they're doing a free basketball camp for all the kids.
That shit bothers me. It bothers me, but it's cool. I'm glad they're doing something in the neighborhoods. I saw the
It's three
sites and locations.
3 different locations. Yeah.
Yes, north, south, west. I mean, and it says, call me a hater. I've been called worse. I don't give a fuck. It says teaching people life skills through basketball. Now, I'm okay if y'all doing it. I'm actually great with y'all doing it to get food, to get coats. You know, it's called a food drive and coat drive. Yes, I'm being a hater, but it's cool. I played basketball or at least half my life now. I'm not sure how many life skills it taught me.
Really?
Positive.
That's interesting.
I disagree heavily on
I
that.
totally disagree with you.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm the better ball player out of all of us, though.
Well, yeah,
And
you're
and
a better
played the
basketball
longest.
player, but you're
And I
not.
played the longest.
Clearly, you don't understand how life works if you didn't see.
Basketball teaches you how to deal with your fucking emotions. Absolutely.
Is that not a life skill?
Hell no.
Emotions.
What?
Interesting. I mean, here's what I used to say about
What
football.
teamwork?
No, I'm just saying,
teamwork.
what planet are you from where emotions aren't a part of who you are as a
Flat
human
Earth.
being?
I'm from Flat Earth, Dan.
I
If you want
get
me, I'm
that.
from Flat
I'm
Earth, bro.
from
Okay.
I do think that sports do teach you all sports. I think they teach you aspects of life because there is a space of you have a design goal, right? Everybody has to play a certain role in accomplishing said goal.
Teamwork.
You get out there, there's a go time. There's a point at which you just got to do it. It's enough planning, it's enough strategizing, you just got to do it. The result happens, whether it's positive or negative, then you go do it again. Like, to me, that's like a day-to-day expectation of how life works. I wake up every morning not knowing if my plan is gonna be arrived at, achieved, if I'm gonna go beyond the goal, if I'm gonna fall short of the goal. After all that happens, you line it up again and you do it
Sorry you feel
again.
that way. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
I mean,
What
that's
about
all
you?
I'm saying.
I understand it completely. I understand that shit.
All right, so check it out, right? The example I'm going to give you, my son, they just won the Super Bowl. Shout out to Oak Park Real
Hey,
Fast.
OPRF,
Look, Kim,
one time.
good job, my boy.
Although proviso eats all day, but you know what I'm saying? It's cool because
Wow.
you're not
Shameless.
actually in high school yet, so this don't matter.
So there was a kid, he dropped a wide open pass. Big drop, right?
Hit him in the chest.
Hit him in the chest. Dropped the pass, got down on himself, damn near cried on the sidelines.
Okay.
Coach came, get up. Like, he wasn't going to let him be down on himself. It's his next play, right? You're not going to learn that.
Yeah.
That's what sports teaches you immediately.
That coach, I had Chris Head. Chris Head didn't even tell you all
I
that shit.
love-
Okay,
I-
see,
well, I know Chris Head.
now it's location and team specific. It's your team specific now. It's who's leading your team specific now. So you can't say this
So
particular
you're saying the sport
as a
doesn't
whole
teach you
ain't
life.
gonna teach you.
The coach is
It's
the
not-
one
it's
that
the-
teaches you life.
It's the people you're with and maybe the coach. You know what I'm saying? But
That's
to say
a fair.
basketball's going, we're going to teach you life skills through basketball. Get the fuck out of here.
Is there a clock though?
In the game,
Yeah.
this motherfucking Movado on my
Is there a
wrist.
clock on your life? Is there a clock on your life?
Everybody
There's
has
definitely
to
a shot clock,
mortality.
yeah.
You have to embrace your mortality anyway.
Do
What
you
the hell
have to
do in
try?
basketball?
I mean, in basketball, you got to score as many points as possible before that clock expires. Correct?
I don't even know where this is going.
Yeah.
I'm going bad for
I
already.
know where you thought it was going. The point is, you gotta try and get as much done as possible before that clock expires. To me, that is a direct parallel with life.
I concur. I concur.
All right.
And that's a vocabulary word this
You like
week
that?
for
You like that?
my students. Concur.
All right, well,
What grade you teach?
You're welcome.
10th grade.
I mean, how many points is that now? See, he shoot
fail.
shots. Oh, no, you missed that shit.
No, I caught it. Pause.
A solid, I'm going to say it, boy.
Yeah.
On them people.
So just let me give out the locations, right, so they know. North side would be Ravenswood United Church of Christ, 2050 West Pensacola.
If you feel like donating, yep.
South side, we're looking at Washington Park, 5531 South
You know what
Martin
Washington Park
Luther King
is. You gotta
Drive.
explain it to you. Come on now.
West side, Breakthrough Familyplex, 3219 West Carroll, which is a dope facility.
Absolutely.
What was that? That's the.
Those are locations for the.
Where they're doing this.
Oh, for the food drive. Oh, for sure.
Food.
No, basketball.
See, that's what you just called it? Food and coat drive.
Food
See
and
that?
go drive. That's what you called it, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's free Chicago youth basketball camps as well.
All the youth and the parents, take advantage of it. Don't let my shade stop y'all. Take advantage of that shit. I'm just speaking from a different viewpoint.
Yeah, like a 7-foot viewpoint.
And like the motherfucker that played overseas viewpoint.
You gotta throw his flex in
You know
there.
what I'm saying?
I saw something else that was interesting. Did you see the safest hospitals in the state of Illinois? None of them are in Chicago.
Ain't Jackson Park, right? Ain't goddamn sure ain't within.
Do we have any healthcare workers in the building?
Rush was there.
I mean, healthcare workers. We have a healthcare worker.
It's trash in there, right? It's immediate COVID when you walk through the front door.
Wait, but let's be clear. What's this based on? When they say safest, are we talking about surgeries? Are we talking about
Failed botched surgeries, service, wait times, cleanliness, outpatient care. See, I got a memory too. Outpatient care and maybe something else.
That's a long list. So that's basically everything good or bad about a hospital.
It's a hospital. They should.
So should any hospital in city of Chicago qualify for the best hospital in Illinois? Based on that list?
Loretta's the shit.
Loretto, no.
Loretto damn near got closed for like all kind of
don't ever go
yeah,
Loretto.
like they was selling COVID kits, COVID kits.
That was
legit, right? Like this was on the news.
They were selling.
They were literally selling COVID kits. Like they were selling used COVID kits and some shit like that.
They were selling doses, yeah.
All right, so
they fast track people ahead of the game. Sounds close.
So some of these hospitals received the A
Before you
grade.
start, you know what's fucked up is, and I noticed the hospital that most people go to save your life in Chicago is Stroger. They will save your fucking life. There's no one on that fucking list.
Stroger's not on this list.
Not on that fucking list.
No.
They will save your life.
We have.
So it
I
lost
live,
because
I have
of
an
dirt.
infection, but I live.
It lost because of dirt, not because of life saving.
If you live in Glendale
I
Heights,
mean, I feel like
you
if I'm
good.
creating a character on a video game, I want life saving to be a high level.
You ready?
I want
It
99
should
in life
be.
saving. I might take a 76 in cleanliness if I can get a 99 on life
Well,
saving.
then you need to go to Glendale Heights. You need to go to
How the
Hinsdale.
fuck I'm gonna make it that far?
LaGrange. You need to live there.
Private ambulance.
Yes. Aurora.
He said private.
Private ambulance.
The only what was two Chicago's.
St. Mary's.
Rush is down way at the bottom. Wales way.
He got
at
an
the
A
bottom.
though. He got an A. He got an A.
Who has
Elmhurst.
just volume? And like, is this per capita of patient?
Could be, brother.
Like, are we talking like Glendale
they
Heights
not
gets
giving you
100
all that.
patients a month?
They didn't give us all
versus
that
Rush gets
information, though.
probably 10,000.
Guess which only one in Illinois got an F though?
Loretta. Who?
Jackson Park.
And they hurt my heart. On
Mike-
serious note, it hurt
Michael
my heart
Reese?
because
University
it's in the
of
heart. It's in the heart of Inglewood. That's on there for good hospitals too. You can get there. That's
What?
an A. They got an A.
What,
Chicago
Michael
got an
Reese?
A. Huh?
Michael Reese?
Michael Reese is shut
Eliminated
down.
Oh, okay, that's why I was born.
Eliminated they triage.
That's why I was born.
You got me fucked up. But St. Bernard got an F. St. Bernard got an F, man. And then rightfully so, probably.
That's on division.
It's on 63rd and 63rd and Red Bed Expressway.
Oh,
It's
okay.
St. Bernard.
hospital over
Yeah,
there?
he got-
That's
he
on
got an F.
some Inglewood
And
shit.
it hurt because a lot of people have to go there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have to go there, man, to imagine the service they get or ain't getting. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what? Before I forget,
Actually, I had an accident and went there, and I was like, they said, just get out.
before I
This
forget,
is 1997.
I mentioned Inglewood. I got to give a huge shout out to my boy Dion. Dion, you in the building? All right, Dion, look. If y'all,
Hey, clap it up, man. He's doing something good in the hood. Let's go.
You got a whole GD hat on.
No, check out.
The socks are not a beauty.
I reached out to Dion. Dion hit back like, man, I can't wait to do the podcast, right? I reached out to this young brother because he's feeding Inglewood. He has a refrigerator that he fills up every day and feeds whoever for the free throw. He's doing amazing work in his community, so I want him to come sit down with us. We're gonna chop it up and we're gonna really have a real conversation.
Good shit, man.
Absolutely.
So, you know what I mean?
Is there a place we can find like where to follow this, or like Instagram, or how do we find out about it? Dions
Chicago
Chicago
Dreams.
Dreams.
Yeah.
Dion Chicago Dreams. Got it. So is it more than one fridge, or is a fridge like in a?
Yeah.
So okay, cool. We
Yeah, so
definitely
that's dope. No, he's gonna be on the show, but I just want to show him some love that he's in the building.
That's what's up.
Thank you for coming through, brother. For real, for real.
Hey, while we doing that though, man, we gotta show some other love real quick, man. We got Larnell in the building from Easily Offended Podcast.
Easily
man.
Offended
Shout out to
Podcast.
Eric
What up?
Hood. We got the large head gentleman in the back ignoring us right now.
Garnett
from Pardon My Ugly Podcast.
Pardon My
Shout out
Ugly.
to Garnett
Yeah.
from Pardon My Ugly Podcast. Clap for yourself, you hard-headed boy.
Garnett. All right, guess what? You're done. You won't be invited again. You're done. Shout out to the Vixens. Okay, the Vixens.
We got
the Vixens
Karen in the
Podcast.
building from the Vixens Podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, you missed your shout out, Garnett.
Yeah,
No,
Garnett, you're
no.
done.
No,
You're
yeah,
done.
yeah, no, you disqualified. He was listening. This motherfucker listens to everything.
You niggas do too much. You motherfuckers do too much, bro.
Speaking about taking care of the hood, my block, my hood, my city.
Right?
Yeah. all
Okay,
right.
cool.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
My block, my hood, my city is bringing Christmas cheer to homes on King Drive. All right. That's your man's, right?
Yeah, shout out to Jamal Cole, man.
Jamal Cole. Let's talk about Jamal Cole.
Real quick, he'll be here soon. Unfortunately, last week, bro, like somebody pulled up in Hyde Park in broad daylight and shot at this man. Like shot at him. Like pulled up at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon on like a
Disgusting.
Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever, and shot at this man. This is the second time. So in short, Jamal Cole is the founder of My Block, My Hood, My City. And they were very, very, very institutional in like the 2020 uprisings and calling into question some of the things that have been going on in the city.
Absolutely.
He's now running for state rep, I believe. I forget which district. But he's been shot at directly, like targeted and shot at directly twice now since this run. So we definitely plan to have him
office,
on
right?
here. He's running for office, state rep. I believe it's state rep. It might be district. I can't remember. But I will say,
I do security.
shout out to brother. We definitely gonna have him on the show in a minute. But like, you gotta really think about that. If somebody is taking shots at somebody who's trying to do positive in the neighborhood, I don't think this is people off the block.
No.
I don't think this is young people from the block. I think this is a political situation. So just pay attention. Pay attention. But Jamal Cole, man, much love to you, brother. We can't wait to have you on.
Absolutely. Next up, I don't even know who this guy is, man, but Shea Whitey said, man, we don't want no more black pastors, okay? Coming up in here.
That was hilarious,
Right?
man.
It just lets you know how far we still have to go. Reverend Jesse Jackson jumped on the next plane, right? Got out there and talked his piece.
He specifically said, we don't want no more Jesse Jackson.
Yeah.
We got 1 hour. We got 1 hour. That's enough.
That man.
That boy said,
The crazy part was, man, you couldn't have been so bothered by it because you didn't even know Al Sharpton was in the audience. He wasn't even attended. Somebody had to tell your old ass, your old decrepit ass, he was there before you get offended.
oh,
And
when
then-
he said, I didn't see
yeah.
that part. So he said it and didn't realize Al Sharpton was
This
in
like the next day or something,
audience?
bro.
Oh,
The day had come and gone.
okay.
Sharpton's
right.
at home in his bed with his feet up, chilling.
Right.
Oh, we don't need Al Sharpton creeping in the courtroom because it might sway the jury a certain way. Fam, what do you think you and the judge are doing? And you and the
All
jury
the
not
living white
yeah.
people?
What do you think y'all doing, bro?
Yeah.
It's different, man, but that just let me know it don't have to be on the sign, but these anti-black dog whistles are everywhere, they're ever present, bro, and they ain't going nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And that's why we gotta really get a hold of the judicial system. We gotta get a hold of that shit. I said that J so motherfucking fast. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. Yeah, you gotta get a hold of that man and vote at the local level and just do it.
I will say this, man. We see the same thing in this Rittenhouse case, right? The judge, man, when you watch this case, it's unreal, dude. The prosecution objects. They say, I object to this. The judge goes,
He go ham.
well, wait a minute. He sits back. He goes, why? Why are you objecting? He goes, well, judge, that's not in the record. He goes, well, hold on. And he asked the defendant, is it in the record? He goes, I don't know, judge. All right, let's find out if it's in the record. And then he goes, all right, now tell me what the law says. Does the law say if it's in the record? Okay, the law says. He literally walks step by step through every decision that's related to the defense's decision.
He's making himself the star, bro.
Goes, when he came up with this last decision to throw out the 6th charge on whether or not he had legal possession, which is obvious he did not, he goes, well, wait a minute. Does it meet the standard of the length of the barrel of a shotgun?
The short barrel,
And
yeah.
it's short, like
man.
point
He
something
did that.
centimeters. He goes, oh, I read the letter of the law. That means I'm throwing that out, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen a judge
Some
coach
judges need to be a star, bro.
a
That's him.
defense throughout the entire trial to a point where, why even try the case, fam? Like, just Let's just go back to the monarchy, man. Give it to the judge. So to your point, though, but this is why they argued to get it back in Kenosha. Because they knew who lived there. They knew which judges were potentially going to get the case. And they knew it was going to be him. And they knew they found a friend in him. Like, you got a friend in me. Like,
dude, I've never seen a motherfucker be in court and have such a good time.
Exactly.
He in jail having a ball, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And it is, and I'm sure, like, so me and my students been studying this, and we went over every charge, each of the 6 counts. And I'll be honest, my students are split. My students are like,
what do you think?
I don't have an opinion. My students are like,
I think it's white privilege. Like,
half say
guilty or not guilty.
He's not guilty of murder. They say he can't have intended to kill those people if they were chasing him. That's one thing. The first person that he shot, they say the extra 3 shots are questionable. If you were running away from a person, you hit him the first time, and he shows you that you hit him, you had no reason to shoot 3 more times, right? But then you run away, which shows utter disregard for that human life, which are all the definitions of these charges, right? We broke down each charge. I'm telling you, it's 50-50.
How do you break down each charge? Do you know the law when you're in there? Or is this
you have to?
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
Yes, I take each charge as it is written.
And don't ever call me a motherfucker in front of people, man. What is wrong with you?
Okay. You take each charge as it is written. You take the words in the charge. You define those.
No, I got you. I'm with you. I'm
and
fucking
then
with
you look at the evidence and say, based on what we see, is this attack? And I'm telling you, my students
the
are 50-50.
long short of it, you don't have an opinion. What do you think he's going to be guilty or not guilty?
Oh, he's definitely going to be not guilty on all charges. The only charge he would have been found guilty on,
it's gone now.
He already threw out. The judge wouldn't let him do it. So yeah, it's
what did you say last week?
Now you know who should be on trial.
They must wake up every week and be like, "It's so nice to be white."
The dude that let him buy the gun admitted to letting him pay for it, even though it's in his name, and then gave it to him.
Yep.
The hunting clause is what he's gonna get off on. In Wisconsin, you're 17. You can own it if you're hunting. Tell me where you hunting in downtown Kenosha
the Dells.
At midnight.
Wisconsin Dells.
What are you hunting? We hunt Negroes. That's the only thing you possibly could hunt. Wasn't no rabbits, wasn't no bears, wasn't no deer.
Took it back to motherfucking
Bro, I'm
50s.
telling you.
I'm with you.
That's the way the judge read the law.
All right. Let's get up off of that shit, because that shit is
Harder They Fall?
heavy. Yeah, I saw Harder They Fall.
You saw it?
We talked about that last week.
We did
No,
not.
we didn't.
What you think about it?
We definitely did.
We didn't.
definitely
We talked
did
about
not.
all the black cowboys,
No,
the
that
whole
was the Lone
nine.
Ranger.
That was Long Range,
That's it.
where you tried to tell me that the Lone Ranger wasn't black.
We talked about that.
We didn't, bro. We didn't. But make a bet, then.
Yeah, bet it up.
Make a bet, then, bro.
Bet it up.
Make a bet.
I'm down.
All right, sure.
I'll bet you that shitty ass bottle of.
Oh, you gonna owe me another one.
If I'm right, I'm pouring that shit out.
No, we talked about it, bro. We talked
save your
We talked about it.
life.
We talked about it. I'm just
we
talking shit.
definitely
We talked
talked about it.
We talked about
Hey, he just want to move on.
No, we talked about it,
We
though.
did not.
We didn't talk.
Yeah,
We didn't talk.
you
haven't
talked
seen it
about
yet.
Regina King. You're talking about the
Actual
Kaepernick
movie.
shit.
No, I'm not.
No.
I know.
You hadn't seen. I don't think you had saw the movie yet.
I hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah, you saw it.
hadn't.
You hadn't seen it
We
yet.
No, I
talked
saw
about it.
But
Fuck y'all,
we
man.
talked about it. But we didn't talk about the soundtrack that you hate.
I don't split double teams.
We
Y'all
talked
can have
about
it.
soundtrack
Y'all can have it,
because
bro.
he said Jay-Z's on the
did.
soundtrack.
We
I
talking
said
about the
why?
soundtrack. Who did?
Never mind.
The soundtrack. Soundtrack.
All right, well, so okay,
You
so
listen. Movie you watch.
So
What's your question about?
so
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Basically,
I don't
you
split double teams, bro.
no. You have a thought about the movie. So I want to hear your thought.
Let's go next topic, bro. Come on.
So you're not gonna do that. It's your birthday. You can do whatever you want to do. Fuck it. All right. Well then, let's get into Dion, man. Is he leaving or not? Dion Sanders.
What I tell y'all?
Is he leaving or
What I
not?
tell y'all? He
I
out of
saw a
there.
picture of him and his son. He was in a wheelchair, a motorized
That boy
wheelchair.
making moves from the hospital
Surgery.
bed,
Yeah,
dog.
surgery. It's trash if he leaves.
So
I've
you
said
said
this
yes,
before.
he's leaving.
I said it several shows ago. He gone. His nickname is Prime Time.
Facts.
I love my HBCUs.
But they ain't on prime
They
time.
not on prime time.
Facts.
So again, if he leaves, is he taking his sons with him?
No. They don't qualify for the
don't know.
academics.
They decent. They decent.
Sorry,
Wow.
you don't go to Jackson State if you could get into Stanford. I'm just letting you know right now. It is what it is. Hate me if you want. You don't get into Jackson State with a 3.5. You don't. You get in with a 1.5. I think his son stays. He makes his career there.
that's some shade tree shit.
Dion goes to wherever the fuck he can go get a bag. And yes, his son goes to the league in like 2 years. Like,
All right. Okay.
Hey, fuck all that shit, bro. That cowboy movie, dog. How about this?
Yeah, he back, he back.
Coming boomerang that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? The cowboy movie. Fucking why was Idris Elba even in the movie, bro?
why was he in it?
Think about it.
Because he's the
The
Denzel
bad
of
guy.
his era.
How many minutes was he on screen?
The whole movie.
No, he was in and out. But he was the omnious figure overlooking the whole movie.
Thank you.
Omnious.
Overlooking.
Yeah.
How big? Besides his aura, what was his screen part in the movie? Not really.
He did a great
Not
job.
a lot, bro. And the most action you got from him was in the end.
He was the
He
villain.
beat up Dion Cole.
He was the villain.
He beat up Dion Cole.
Dion Cole was funny as shit, man. Yeah, shout out to Dion.
He told a man that he was his brother. But it was cool. I was just thrown off with them talking like they were on the boat of Amistad and then using motherfucking urban slang in the same goddamn movie. I was confused. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
I was like, what are y'all doing, man?
threw
You
me
can't
off
say
is
drip
when-
and then say howdy, partner.
We said, just how I know we
Howdy,
talked
partner,
about it.
how's your drip? I
Just
said,
how I know
no,
we
boy.
talked about it. Oh, we didn't talk about the movie. You're right. We talked about the soundtrack. You're right. You're right. Damn, can I say you right?
Him mad. Him mad.
Wait, George Jefferson moment? What the fuck was that? Because I did say, so what's that look like? You gonna ride off in the sunset to Jay-Z
Thank you.
and Nas, and that's exactly true. That's exactly
Soundtrack.
what happened. Jay-Z
Soundtrack.
had like Blueprint 3 songs while the horse rode off in the sunset.
Armand definitely on his couch and threw his hands in the air like he was at the concert.
I mean, you know, I'm done talking about it. That was last week. I'm on some new shit.
You want to make a bet too?
I'm on some new shit. You know what I
Movie
mean?
was good. They missed out on the opportunity to extend that story. They should not have made that a one movie situation.
was a C.
That should have been a series.
All right, let's have a real conversation, right?
Sure.
Corey Benjamin's daughter. She seems very aggressive. She knocked out a little girl on the court. He had to make a statement. Come to find out, this isn't her first time being aggressive on the basketball court. Now, you normally don't see women fighting on the basketball court.
Shit, I'm from out west.
On the basketball court.
I'm from out west.
Right? She,
You ever seen Marshall
I'm talking about, she bobbed and weaved, gave her a couple Mayweathers, and old girl went to sleep. Right? And she a big girl.
Is this in high school?
No, this is high school. It's high school.
Like
High
spring
school.
ball, yeah.
High school.
So it don't matter. It's a level under college,
Right.
yeah.
My thing is this. Is she mad that, because she doesn't live with him, right? She's been raised by her mother or whatever.
Are you going to say this is a traumatic, like she's fighting the girl because of a deep...
I don't know. I'm asking.
No, in the
I'm asking.
video-
You fought people
Joe,
in the
in the
game.
video,
Was it
though.
because of some deep daddy trauma or because
I
you had a
tell
fight
y'all?
with a person that fouled you too
Did y'all
hard?
watch the video?
I watched the video.
In the video, you can hear her mama saying, you better hit her.
You better hit her.
And the girl hit her.
Yeah.
So she's following her mom's instructions blindly. I mean, you should be loyal to your parents, but not like that. That's fucked up. Okay? And this is my problem too. I'm taking this back to Rittenhouse's mom as well. You take your kids to fucking Dave and Buster's. You take them to your friend's house. You don't cross them state lines with weapons.
Well, he
you
don't cross him with a weapon. That's untrue.
They lying.
That's untrue.
And
Well,
it initially told the police, so
They
we
could
know
very, they could
lied,
very
bro.
much so
Thank
be
you.
lying.
They got
That's
the mom
true.
out of there. Okay,
That's
so it's
very
okay.
true. But
We
in
got
trial,
that.
that's not what the jury
Right, in
heard.
trial, but
you're
initially
right.
information. So I'm not gonna
You're right.
change that shit, bro.
You're right. You're
so with Corey Benjamin's daughter, I had to say his name because he wasn't even there. But they put the more popular parent's name on the child,
Right.
and it kind of shades his name as well, which is kind of fucked up. But that mama, I can see. Okay, at what point do you bring charges against the parent?
Can you legally do that? Is my question.
For inciting the riot. For inciting the
do that, yeah.
violence. Because freedom of speech doesn't protect you,
You don't-
from inciting violence.
You don't tell your child.
It's literally
you don't
called...
tell your child get on bullshit.
It's literally
doing
called
a story.
fighting words.
Yeah,
If you
basically.
use fighting words in a public setting and it leads to, a fight, then you could be held
I was
liable.
disgusted about that shit. That was terrible, man. I mean, and they're kids. And if she has this mentality as a kid, imagine the go-getter mentality she'll have if she doesn't get help or doesn't change or mature. The go-getter mentality she'll have as an adult.
I just question if this was two little boys, would we be talking about all the get help?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
or would it just be this
We
is
would.
sports?
I would.
And
I
this is
would.
the difficulty, and you have to have the fighting spirit. I
You
feel
play
like
the gender card now?
I feel like y'all are playing the gender
No.
card. I feel like
I'm
y'all are
not-
saying,
we spoke about it
well,
before.
why would this little girl punch another girl in a competitive sport? How many fights have you been a part of in a competitive sport?
We
that
just talking
nobody was
about
like,
the
why
Jokic
is
and,
that little boy fighting? Nobody asked that question.
We was talking about the Jokic and MOOR situation. That was some sucker shit. And
Yeah.
it was grown-ass men. That was
Okay,
sucker
I'm
shit.
just asking.
Same
I'm
thing,
just
bro.
asking.
It don't matter.
Hey!
What up, man?
Just go that way, young brother. Just go that way, young brother. You know what I'm saying?
Just in case y'all didn't know, these are all his paintings on the goddamn wall.
Yes, this is
Jeff
just
Beckham. Jeff Beckham is in the building. Brother Beckham. Brother Beckham. Black.
There you go.
Buy black. Support black.
There you
You
go.
know what I'm saying? Friend of the show, for real.
I forgot what episode that was. It was like 53?
Yeah, Jeff Beckham is.
He might be the
that
best
was
singer
the
we
Memorial
know.
He's part of the our singing quartet, which we probably
that was
gonna
the
do.
Memorial
right?
Day episode.
Did y'all see that this high school in Massachusetts, the kids walked out to protest,
Interesting.
which was dope. I thought that was
Freedom
dope.
of
Getting your
speech,
shit, bro.
man. I've just been listening to this podcast on the way over here. So
Which one? The number one podcast in Chicago?
It's called.
What the fuck is you talking about? Huh? You ain't got to listen to nothing else.
I was actually listening to the Freedom of Speech podcast.
Okay. All right.
For my classroom, for my real job that I get paid to do. But,
you get paid? Fuck you mean?
But this conversation was the school was actually a part of organizing the walkout. And so what's going on is...
The administration was?
Yes.
That puts a whole different spin on it for me, bro.
If they are a part of it, does it have the same kind of effect from a freedom of speech standpoint or from a protest standpoint?
Controlled protest is the protest they want.
Well, but here's the thing. If they are not a part of it, and speaking as a school administrator,
it has more impact then.
If it has more impact, however, we have to penalize and quote-unquote punish every student that takes part of it because it legally disturbs the learning environment. So if we have to suspend 120 students, is that smarter than saying, you know what? We give you sanction to do it, stay within these parameters and nobody gets suspended.
And apparently it wasn't the first racist incident at that school.
It's never the first.
The students have been complaining for a while about the behavior, about the words, even teachers ignoring and okaying such behavior or said behavior. Hell, even after the video came out, a physical altercation happened and a non-black person walked to a black person and lost that fight. And the non-black person got suspended, which is funny as hell. What the fuck you get?
Now, was that fight because of deep daddy issues? No, I think it's interesting, man, because we're at this place like with social media, dude. This conversation about what's free demonstration. A demonstration in typical sense is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
A bunch of students, we did this at Proviso East once. A bunch of students decide, we're not for this, we're walking out, you're gonna have to talk to us and answer our demands. They didn't, but they entertained it, right? And honestly, enough students didn't walk out. A lot of people punked out. They said they was gonna be a part of the game.
Bro.
But in social media, you can launch a campaign/protest and it's not a physical protest. All I have to do is like and share, but it can have the same desired effect.
That's the modern age
So
shit,
where is this line in freedom of speech/demonstration in the social media space, which is where we're coming to?
You know what's funny, bro? That same technique was used when the looting started after George Floyd's murder. That like share it and spread. That's crazy how people weaponize things differently.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
No, for sure. I think in general, I'm in support of students who organize, do things that don't, generate violence. That call one of my students got mad. Man, half the people fail in this class. Blah, 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 blah. We shouldn't have to be here for 8 hours. Blah, blah, blah. We should organize a protest. I was like, if you organize a protest and you get 50% of the classes to participate, you automatically get an A in my class. 100%. You automatically get an A.
That's good teaching, though.
You know how many people have been protesting? Zero.
Yeah.
So it's not as easy.
There's no leaders in your classroom.
It sounds. And at the end of the day, you know who you really need? Your parents. If your parents ain't gonna back you, then you can't walk out, period, point blank. You know you're gonna get in trouble. So I was like, if you can organize a protest and you get 50% of the students to participate, you automatically get an A in my class. You ain't never gotta do another assignment for the rest of the year. Not gonna happen.
Oh, I'd have did that.
I did that easy.
I'd bully people.
You
I'd call my brothers, my cousins. Hey, we'd have jumped on my brothers.
You'd have been out there by yourself.
Oh, y'all protested.
You'd have been out there by yourself.
Protest to get that ass whooped.
I promise you.
One of the two.
He said protest to get that ass whooped.
One of the two.
Well, then you would have went to jail.
That's okay. I'd have got an A in that class.
What
and expelled.
Are you going to listen to the audiobook for Will Smith? No? Will doesn't move like
I'm
that?
not going to listen to Will's book. Is one, Will's a performer. His voice, I'm a little tired of hearing. Nothing against Will Smith.
Wow.
I love Will Smith. I think Will Smith is a great example of somebody who took every opportunity they had to be successful in a way that many of us dream of being successful, right? So I got nothing against Will. And I think that he has positive intentions behind it. I just don't think he can divorce the part of himself that is born, bred, and molded in Hollywood at this point.
You stuck
and so
on that
listening
part.
to his book, to me, is going to be hard for me to separate. Is this Will Smith from Philly before Fresh Prince?
Well, see, here's the thing.
Or is this Will Smith who has not had a movie and who's now doing a new thing in Hollywood?
That's cool, right? But what he said, again, taking him at face value, what he said was, this is the first time I'm being honest with myself. This is the first time I'm saying no to the public, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta sell it. I get it, but I believe Will. Will's my cousin. I believe Will.
I mean, how many people watch Red Table before
I don't watch that shit.
the Alcina Nobody watched it. It was like a small sect of people.
No, it's for women though. It's for women. It's for women.
Why, no, it's not for
sure.
women.
It wasn't for the
It's for
broader
everybody.
masses. But
So
when
make it
he
watch it.
agreed to go on, now it was like a massive explosion of things. So it's hard, man. I'm not saying
You
it's
know
nothing
what?
against him. If it's true, I'm with it. I just have a hard time separating.
I'm
No
going.
different if it was Steven Spielberg. No different if it was Beyonce. Anybody who's been born and raised, anybody whose entire life
dog.
has been supported by this industry. It's tough for me
Say
to
this
know
again.
when they're speaking directly.
Leave Beyonce alone,
I ain't
this
scared of
motherfucker,
you, man.
No.
You drink plastic bottle vodka. You are the least
tell you
scariest motherfucker in the building.
I can hit you with it. I
And it won't hurt because it's plastic.
Repeatedly, bro.
Wait. This brother over here is saying that no one's going to listen to Will Smith, especially black men.
Here's my thing about that, though.
I disagree.
Here's my thing right here, though. If I was a reader, an avid reader, I would not read it because he's going to give it to you in clips over the internet, interviews, GQ, the magazine. You're going to get that book eventually. All of it, be honest with you. So I'll just have to take my time and just listen.
I'm not knocking it. I will.
Hey. Hold on. Can you control your bar, please?
He arguing with somebody that's arguing with somebody on the phone. Boy, this conversation is spilling out.
The STFU is coming. The STFU is coming.
Shut up.
Bring it down, please. Please
components
bring
of
it
this
down.
shit.
Please bring it down. Bring it down.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
No, just kidding.
Baby.
All right, now.
Anyway.
We got the best singer in the house right here.
Listen, again, I'm not knocking it until I check it out. I just have a hesitation about whether it's on the top of my
Well, he was just in Chicago. I heard it was sold out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out
Now,
to XS Tennis, man. Shout out to XS Tennis
Friend of
and
the
that
show.
team over there, Juan Teague.
Right.
Tito,
of the show.
the photographer. He was promoting the movie again.
Kyle.
The timing is like
Santillion, what up?
he's promoting a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You do have to sell the book, though. Let's be clear.
why we
I'm
didn't
just
pull up,
saying, you
though?
gotta sell it all. Everything you about Hollywood is
man.
sell, bro. Oh, you missed that last show too? We talked about that.
Fuck all that shit. Why we didn't pull up?
We were supposed to pull up.
All right, bet.
This for nothing, for whoever's actually paying attention to this part, Benny the Butcher signed at Def Jam.
It's definitely just you.
Yeah, it's just me.
Next topic. Nice.
I'm just saying, Benny the Butcher, that dude.
Let's give him his hand of clap
Alright?
for East
You know
Coast,
what I'm
East Coast
saying?
Weekly
Like,
News.
respect
There
Benny
you
the
go.
Butcher, man. Respect Benny.
If you want
Respect
any
Benny,
East
man.
Coast rappers, talk to mine.
Nah,
Alright.
Benny can rap. Benny can
Don't
rap.
do that,
Give
man.
him that.
Don't do that. And shout out to Snoop. Look at Snoop, right? Snoop brought him over there. You know what I mean? That's God.
No, Benny can rap, bro. Benny got bars.
He can rap. He can rap.
Next topic.
All right, cool. Let's also look. Hey, look. I want to give a condolences to.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
Hey,
yo,
get up off my lights, yo.
Light back up.
Get up off my lights, yo.
Actually, it was a perfect time. Actually.
Yeah. All right,
real talk.
I got the time right here on my wrist.
Look.
I need one.
I do need.
Yeah.
I need everybody in the room to be quiet for a second,
Yeah,
please.
real talk. This is a serious
Can I
topic.
get a quick moment of silence real quick? Hold on, 1 second.
So we lost a member of the podcast community. I mean, of the Corner Convo community. Who, I mean, his brother. At the end of the day, he was here for the last live show, and anybody that knew him, anybody that talked to him, knew that he drove like something like 2 hours to get here, got here too early, drove back and came back, or some crazy shit like that. This dude went through a lot of different hardships in his life, including having a heart issue that no one knew about because he refused to tell anybody about. And he had a heart attack a couple of days ago while driving and ended up dying in the hospital. And he was a Morgan Park grad. He rode for Morgan Park as hard as anybody ever rode for any other high school in their life. But I gotta say, man, please join us in a full moment of silence for my brother Darius O'Bannon. Darius O'Bannon, please join us for a moment of silence. Thank you, I appreciate that.
For real. Love you, Darius, man. For real.
His services are tomorrow. You can still donate to his fund, man. That dude had more jokes at the wrong time than anybody else I ever met.
And he was a chef. He was dope.
More than me?
He was a chef. He was dope.
God
No,
damn.
bro. His jokes, though, like, he would crack jokes at the time where, like, people would be in tears, and it would be like a tragic moment, and he would just be like, "Hey, yo, Kende, I know this ain't the right time.
You gonna preface?
Did you see the shoes this motherfucker? Like he refused to let people be sad about anything for any reason. And I just can't tell you how many people are gonna miss that brother being here. So definitely wanted to make it a point to shout out my brother DB, man. Debo on Instagram. Much love to you, brother. We see you soon, man.
All right, that was heavy, man. I love that dude, man, to death. For real. Like, we go back like 15 years.
Yeah, you was the one that texted me. I didn't even know. I was at work. And you was like, yo, what happened? I was like, I don't know. And I checked social media and was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it definitely blew me. Before we move into the actual topic,
I should probably do that now.
Well, no, I got to do this. This shit is, like, over talked about, but because, we know one podcast, I guess you got to bring it up. Kanye West, the interview on Drink Champs.
I didn't see part 2.
Part 1 and 2 was kind of dope.
1 was dope. I know. Did anybody see part 2?
I did.
You saw part 2? Yeah. I feel like the stank was already off, though. I feel like nobody was really excited to see it again.
It was more to it.
He had Hoover Jr. on there.
Yeah, Hoover came through, right?
How long was Hoover Jr. on there?
Yeah.
So he was on there for real.
Yeah, he talked. He got his shit off.
Yeah, I just didn't feel as I wanted to see it, but I didn't feel it was as necessary.
What I found interesting was everybody out east was like, "Oh man, Kanye crazy." Like, nah, bro, y'all just don't hear him talk.
It wasn't just out east. Everybody, everywhere.
Everywhere, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't for me, right? He didn't come off crazy to me. It's just like, man, if I don't want to talk to y'all, like, I don't want to talk. Period.
Oh, you talking about Chicago?
Yeah.
You don't mean East Coast New York?
No, I mean East Coast. I'm talking about East Coast New York.
See, he's
what's going in.
He meant East Coast.
Chicago over East means the 40s, the 30s.
I'm not going over East. I don't go over East. I don't go over East. What I'm saying is, they viewed it the wrong way. Was he throwing shade? No, he was spitting facts.
Joe,
I didn't see
the difference is this, and I didn't see part 2. I saw an hour and a half of part 1. My attention span is short now.
I saw the whole first one.
Let me tell you something. Kanye makes Kanye statements, which means he blurts things out and don't explain them. On Drink Champs, he sat down. The things he blurted out, he may have blurted out again, but then he explained them. And then Nori and whoever buddy is kind of prodded a little bit, but they let him really talk. He was talking himself. He was just giving up all the sauce on his own. He explained himself.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the first one. I think that, to your point, Nori stepped out the way and was like, let the man do his thing. I agree that it gave him a platform to speak. Ultimately, the message I got from Kanye was 2 things. One, we got to stop letting outside people of our community, and by our community, I mean TMZ, I mean NBC,
the Vlad TVs, you trash.
Stop letting them control what we say to each other and how we manage and deal with each other. He kept saying, he went in on Sean, he went in on John Legend, he went in on
Jay,
he went in on Jay, but he also said within all of those statements, those are my brothers and I text them.
Right.
I hit Travis Scott.
Right.
I check in with those brothers. Those are my people. That's my community. You don't get to tell me, TMZ, Joe Rogan, whoever, how to deal with my family and my community. That was the biggest issue I got.
That was confusing, though. That was confusing to me.
Why?
Yeah, because sometimes you can say things and you can say it's with love, but you can hear it and be like, Joe, it don't sound like love.
Right, but that's the problem, because then somebody else goes, oh, he ain't saying that's love. Did you hear what he said about him? That's not love.
About my ears, bro. So it's like, some things he was saying, it's like, hey, Joe. Even Sean took it away. The person he meant was like, Joe, if it's not love, how come it's not love? Hey, have me on Drink Champs next. You know what I'm saying? So,
now, I agree with that. I think he should have. I think if Nori's doing his due diligence, he should have Big Sean. Right. He should have John Legend. We'll see. I know Qualia do it because he's been all over Instagram trying to get some attention for it.
He ready. He's super ready.
All right, well, yeah, I don't want to do a deep dive on that shit. Like, it's oversaturated at the end of the day.
Kenny didn't want to bring it up, me either.
Yeah, but we got to. I just had to say something. At the end of the day, like, I fuck with Ye. I'm not a Ye stan at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the motherfucking shoes is trash.
We wish him blessings, success, man. Look here, do your thing, do you.
Ye created generational wealth for more people.
No shade, right?
Jay, look, so not, you gonna have your say. So you gonna have your say. Right, that's Jamal. Jamal gonna have his say. But look, I'm saying right now, if nothing else, you can't deny that Ye has created more generational wealth for a lot of people than any of us can point to in the black community, period.
All right, let's rock.
All right, let's get into this topic. Bossy, it is a very convoluted question. Yes, I'm going to give myself 7 for convoluted, in case no one heard that. All right, thanks.
About five, bro.
7. Fuck you mean?
Okay, cool.
All right, go ahead.
6.5, bro. 6.5.
Go ahead and read it.
We'll round it up.
Go ahead and read it.
He the educator here.
Nope.
All right. No. The people you keep in your life. Excuse me, everybody. Can you listen for 1 second, please? Thank you.
I'm the teacher.
I like that. Good job.
That caught me so off guard. People you keep in your life will have accrued value over time. Understood so far?
Accrued.
All right. What attributes to these people, to these said valuable people building this Bible stock in your life? So far we good?
What attributes to them?
What attributes to these said valuable people building this Bible stock in your life?
Okay.
What attributes? What things do they have to have?
No, what attributes?
What attributes? What's attributes?
Attributes and attributes are slightly different terms.
I know what I wrote, bro. Don't worry about it.
Attributes.
Now I gotta go here, bro. Hold on.
Attributes. And attributes. Slightly different. Just.
Okay, don't worry about it.
But no, that's what it is saying. Is attribute. What are the things?
Look at the teacher.
They need.
Look at the
to
teacher.
Be the people. What are the things that add value, right?
But before you go there, he had now. There's one last part of that.
Oh, my bad.
He's googling attribute. Right now.
It's already done. It's already done. You know what I'm saying? It's how y'all say it. It's how I say it. Fuck y'all. See how it goes. It ended with fuck y'all though. You know what I'm saying? That's how I ended. What do you look for and what matters to you in these people?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you look for and what matters to a person who accrues value
Why the fuck
in
you
your
couldn't read
life?
this in the first place, dog?
Why do you mess with that person in the first place? Are they contributing something genuine?
Genuine.
Are you genuinely?
How do you measure genuine?
You can't measure genuineness.
Well, how do I know then?
It's something that happens.
It's for you. It's for you.
Shit is genuine.
Wow.
I fucks with that. I fucks with that. I fucks with that. Yeah. I fucks with that. That's real shit. I like the way you
That's
think.
borderline Kanye West philosophy.
No, I love it.
Genuine
I love it.
is like taking a shit.
You gotta do it.
I can't wait till y'all wrong about this word attribute, bro.
All right,
It's used in a verb manner.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Words have multiple meanings.
They do, so I know how I'm using it in a sentence, though. I know how I used it. You know what I'm saying? For you to change the meaning and then... No, I
think it was attributes.
I'm not. It's cool.
Anyway, so we got genuine.
So
genuine is one attribute.
You didn't agree with that, though, right? Or did you?
Well, the actual question was, what do you look for and what matters to you, right?
It was two questions, though.
It was two, right? When you
relationships that add value over time,
or stop adding value.
See, now I gotta go back to the word attribute, bro. I do. I have to fucking go back. Without the S, it's said differently. Attribute, right?
Yes.
Attributes.
Yes.
Attributes. I like attributes. It's okay. But anyway,
it's okay.
All right. What do you look for in a person? Whether it's
what contributes to this person?
How you grow with someone, right?
How do people build that in their life? Being your friend.
Investment of time. You can replace money. You can't replace.
You can have a loser being around you for a long time, though.
But so I guess what
You
he's
never
saying is,
know.
what are those things that stand the test of time? You said genuine, being genuine.
Positivity. Like I have friends that I've been around for 20 years, and I cut them off because I can't.
They're trash. Yeah, they're trash.
Okay.
We're at this point now where we've reached our level.
So if a
You have to be
person,
an adult to let go. But I've met people that I have known less than a year that have contributed to me so much, both career-wise, personal-wise, and spiritual-wise, that I would never find in a 20-year person because that 20-year person keeps me where they met me.
Facts.
all right. So you're saying that
She talking now. She talking now.
a person that you've known for a long time doesn't necessarily automatically add value to you if they don't grow in some perspective.
Right. They don't grow personally, and we don't grow as a team, because you're a team with whoever you.
So this might be the same person that listens to you every time you call them.
I don't need that. I need a person that's gonna listen to what I'm doing and say, "Hey, sis, we need a solution." Don't listen.
So nobody who's just gonna let you sit and be in your spot.
What's your name? Andretta? You're not on the show, but I love where you're coming. I love where you're going. I love where you're going. I fucks with you. All right? I fucks with you. Check it out.
What do you think, bro?
I got you, right? I think as Andretta, right? As you grow, your team has to grow with you, right? I'm in a different headspace than I was 5 years ago, 2 years ago.
Your team has to grow with you?
Yeah, if not, then we good. I mean, I don't love you any
less. What your boy say, sometimes less is more, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you. Go ahead.
So at the end of the day, for me, if you're not adding value to me and where I'm at mentally, I mean, I don't have to fuck with you. It don't mean I don't fuck with you. It just means I'm not fucking with you.
You know what?
If that makes sense to you.
I'm not gonna come from that point of growing. I'm gonna come from the aspect of building. What leads to me looking at these people as, hey man, these are motherfuckers that I rock with, yo. And a lot of times, people need somebody that's just gonna be there. We stay on, in today's society, we stay on the fucking move. We stay on the move. You can't get rest if you tried half the time, you know what I'm saying? You need somebody that's gonna be there to move around with you to different headspaces, like you said, to understand your energy and your vibe, you know what I'm saying? And like we mentioned last week on the show, you have to have common visions in the end. Now, like y'all was saying, sometimes the people you start with, when you get to a certain point in the race, y'all start running different races. The vision changes, y'all vision for the goal changes toward the finish line. That's understood. That don't mean these are bad people, but you're done building with them, and maybe this is where they get off the train at. They get off at 55th, you get off at fucking 63rd.
That's fine.
If you're just not communicating with a person at the same kind of clips of time that you're used to, does that automatically mean you don't rock with them in the same way?
No, sometimes you reach communication barriers.
Hey! Hey! Happy birthday!
People do grow at different rates. We're all different heights over time. Right. We're told we're gonna get now, but at one point we're all still growing at rates, and we grew at different rates.
I guess the reason I asked that question is because I hear this conversation a lot when it comes to a person who professionally raises, Ye being an example, right? People start saying, well, he don't answer the phone as much. He don't spend as much time checking in on us. And I hear a lot of criticism behind that. Whereas that person doesn't see any lesser value for you as a person in that relationship, but simply is in a space now professionally where they do not have that kind of time to communicate to you directly about what happened with your week, right?
That's an aspect of it.
So when I think of this, I think about the fact that, are you able, one attribute or tribute, however you want to say the fucking word, one thing you need to have, is the ability to see what is benefiting me. If you can't see that things that I'm doing in other spaces that you may or may not be attached to, may or may not be involved in, if you can't see that those things benefit me, you can't stay around.
See, I think this is where the question got lost at. Maybe starting there and continued over here.
No, it started with you saying this shit, bro.
Starting there. These nuts. You know what I'm saying? But, okay, that was asked in the sense of...
That's a pause if you say it too.
No, not really.
No.
Hell no. You tried it. It's cool, though. But somebody that's still there with you right now, at this point in your life, what led up to them? What have they done? What do they have? What things do they have? What do they have? What qualities do they have to still be there?
I don't think it's about the other person. We're talking about, this is a self move.
It has to be.
No. This is a self move. This is what I think what y'all not addressing. If I choose to selfishly put myself first to raise my stock, and if that means
we're talking about the friend though, bro.
He's still my friend.
My fault. Let me be quiet.
Still my friend. If I choose to
these people, excuse me,
separate myself so I can do what I need to do for me, there's nothing wrong with that.
You choosing to walk away?
Yes, that's the whole point. That's the cutoff.
Well, we're not talking.
No, the question was about what attributes do other people have to stay in your life.
Okay, so
damn.
So then, what I would say, I like to see forward progression. I like to, if I talk to you in 3 months, you tell me something different than last time I talked to you.
You don't want people stuck in one line of life.
I like to see growth, because that motivates me, right?
If you growing and the people around you not growing, then you only focusing on yourself.
I disagree with that.
If you're in a circle, everybody around you should grow. You should be able to allow.
I disagree with that.
Well, if he shares, say if we all in the same, it's us four.
Just so we say what he said. He basically said if you're in a circle, everybody around you growing, everybody around you should be growing.
It's based off the fact that I see you shine, damn, I want to shine.
You gotta motivate yourself then.
You might want to shine.
Yeah, you gotta want yours.
I want you to show me because I fuck with you.
But it's not my responsibility to make sure you shine.
I can only share with you so much, dog.
Right.
And what you do with it is up to you.
Those are facts. You know that.
Hey, now you talking about hand me out. If I gotta drag you, that's a hand me out. I gotta pull you.
Now I'm responsible for all the squad.
You're a hindrance.
That's
you're a hindrance.
hard.
I ain't gonna say hindrance, but you know what? I know it's time, to leave you here. Maybe cut bait and just be like, hey man, we cool. On this level of events, I can fuck with you. Right here, I can't because we just moving different
I'm
areas
not
now.
even gonna cut ties, but I am gonna be clear. I am gonna say, hey man, I can't come to that thing at that time because I have to do this other thing at this other time. I agree that if you moving in circles with a squad, this is that whole LeBron conversation, right?
I was just finna go there too.
I know you are.
Absolutely.
Because the Lakers got their ass whooped by the Bulls. I ain't said that on the.
Get the Bulls that trophy, y'all.
I didn't say that yet.
Give the Larry O'Brien right now.
Lakers got their ass whooped by the Bulls.
Sorry, though.
Whole lot of ass whooping.
Let's go tear this shit up.
Lakers got fucked up. Okay, all right.
Our uniforms are better.
To your point about LeBron, how he specifically makes sure that his team rises with him.
You need a certain level though.
Exactly. You got to be at LeBron level to pull.
You gotta be at his level.
Right. You gotta be at Hove level. You gotta be at Ye level. You gotta be at a certain level,
be Jamal level
to be able to drop to snatch somebody and put them in play. Right.
Yeah.
Don C, Virgil, all them guys can directly say that they owe Kanye.
Now
this sounds like me. Y'all don't tell me thank you. Y'all don't say thank you.
Get this off.
Y'all don't say thank you. But guess what?
Thank you, man.
But guess what?
I'm just gonna say it.
Y'all here because I'm great and I like greatness around me.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's simple.
But people shouldn't overdo it. What he's talking about, like what's his name?
Jamal, have some class, man. What are you doing, man? This is live.
That boy over there watching TikTok like, nigga, I was supposed to be on 30 minutes ago.
That ain't shaking.
Bullshit.
No.
See, that's some yay shit. That's some yay shit. But
I was gonna say, even when you dragging people with you, you can't overdo it like MC Hammer did.
All right. Well,
you gotta cut, more.
I ain't gonna hold you, man. At the end of the day, I can't keep people.
Loyalty.
I just can't keep people around me that's not moving the way I'm trying to move. That's all.
Facts. You need like-minded. Somebody has to be like-minded.
Yeah.
It's what we all coming to. Somebody has to be like-minded in their views for the most part to stay around you. But see, when I would push back on that is this right here though. I can be like-minded, but want to get there a different way.
Let me tell you.
That's cool.
Let me tell you why I like Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle will go to a spot knowing he is the most important person in that room, in that vicinity. And he will deliberately sit down next to the lady changing the garbage. And he will have a full-on conversation with that lady, knowing that nobody else in the room gives a shit about what she thinks or what's going on with her. And he will sit down with her and he will have a whole conversation. And now everybody's paying her attention. And at the end of the conversation, he will be like, well, it was very nice to meet you, XYZ. Everybody else, please make sure you show this young lady some love in what she does, because without her, like, he highlights what everybody does at every step of the way, right? And he knows that he's the most important person in the room. So my point is that if you can meet people at their level, no matter what level you on, you're good. But if you can't see that I am on another level, and your conversation or your expectation is that I'm supposed to meet you, that I have to come there to be relevant, that's when you're getting disconnected.
I got it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and bring our guest on, man. Y'all wanna sing? You wanna sing them out?
Okay.
5 steps.
Let's get it.
All right, let's get it. Me. Please, you ready?
You want tone one in on this one?
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
You ain't got the pitch tuner?
We were 5 steps from eternity. We were 4 steps. 4 steps past glory. So you know it. Shake our hands After these messages, we'll be right back.
Not only do we have our esteemed guest in the building, Mr. Jamal Johnson. Put your hands together for Jamal one time. But you can also see we have the backdrop. We are here representing Moore's Beer, man. Before we go any further, let's all raise a toast real quick to the Moore's team. Got y'all. Yo, man, shout out to the only black-owned brewery here out of Chicago from the Moore's Company, man. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. But before we go any further, man, salute to you brothers on GP.
Cheers.
Success, man. One time.
Indeed.
One time.
Absolutely.
Mine's already poured in.
So we are here to show some love. Show some love. We love highlighting black entrepreneurship.
Get my goddamn beer back.
No, it was actually mine. I was cuffing that.
Get my goddamn beer.
Send me another. Moor's beer, man. I got wind of it, and small world that I knew someone that's completely affiliated.
Okay.
So it makes it feel like family.
Absolutely.
When I saw the email, I said, "Oh, I know this brother, but we haven't talked, right?"
Absolutely.
I said, "Damn, I am in the right circles, right?" Because I talked about, I like to keep greatness around me, right? That inspires me. So exactly what y'all have done and what y'all are doing, I'm glad that you pulled up on the corner, and I appreciate it and love y'all for that, for real.
Well, we appreciate the love and appreciate you sharing your platform with us. We aren't the first black brewery in Chicago, but we are the first black beer brand. We intend to take this thing all the way to the top.
To the top,
That's
to the
true.
tizza.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? To the tizza.
Big up. Shout out Vice District too. Real talk. Shout out to Kurt. Shout out to that team. Shout out to Q and all them. I know it's a whole other shit going on, but gotta give them credit. They were definitely black-owned brewery here in the city. They definitely still operating, so certainly no shade in that space.
No, we definitely want to shout out all the other black breweries in Chicago, Funky Town, Turnout House, Harold's 88, Vice, all those others.
Everybody.
But
It's room for everybody. It's room for everybody.
I didn't realize it was that many. You just named like 3 others I wasn't even familiar with.
Yeah, I mean, I think, but there's a difference between us
Brewery and the brand.
Right, exactly. Right. So I think they are more so breweries and into the beer enthusiast culture. More as we wanted to be brand forward and pretty much be the first black beer brand, like national black beer brand. That's our goal, and we're off to a good start.
Good. You know
That's
what? That's actually pretty dope. I got one question before we get into anything.
Absolutely.
After hearing your voice, my man, why aren't you a rapper? That's a Hall of Fame rap voice you can rap, bro.
Oh man, I've been hearing things about my voice, like young ladies been asking me if I sing, things like that. I don't.
Oh, they want to hit R&B shit, huh?
Yeah.
I want to hit a bar.
I think I'm like People Bryson or something.
He said the People Bryson.
They gotta give you more credit than that, man.
He always had the weirdest
I fuck with you, people. I fuck with you, people.
He always had the weirdest haircut. That Prism situation he had going, man, I never quite understood.
Like, why did all the 80s singers have the one mustache?
That's what was popping in. You had to have that. You had to have that.
Yeah. That was the creep look.
Yeah.
True.
Everybody was like
creepy folks.
Composite sketch.
Yeah,
composite sketch.
That's way out, man.
Hey, look, I want to ask you a real question, right? And just so it's a real question.
Okay, real question.
Just so you know, Jamal, the Corner Convo, it's a podcast, yes, but we don't interview, right? We really have a conversation.
Absolutely.
And wherever it goes, it just goes, right?
Absolutely. I'm here for it.
What I want to know is, so we can kick the combo off the right way, where did the idea come from? What does even Moors mean? What does it stand for?
Well, my brother Damon reached out to me. We always chop it up about business and ideas and stuff like that. He's like, yo, we should do beer. But me personally, I didn't want to do beer the same way it's been done. I felt like there wasn't ever a black beer brand, like a brand forward brand. Craft beer is not like heavily consumed by African Americans, and they think it's because of the price point. I disagreed and thought that it was because it was never marketed appropriately.
Just the idea that craft beer generally costs more per beer. Like you can get a Heineken at a bar for $5.
Right. So, but they didn't know that we paid $300 for a bottle of cognac and we can buy for $3.
So that same spending power was there.
Right. So I mean, we weren't tapping in. I felt like the industry wasn't tapping into that market. I had an idea, and I felt that we had to create a brand that resonates with the culture. And Moore's was appropriate in light of George Floyd, COVID-19, things like that.
Timing.
So it was just appropriate when there was a lot of attention around diversity and inclusion, and beer being the best space because there was no black faces.
That's really interesting, man. That's really, I mean, even just give the basic, like, super cookie cutter, or not cookie cutter, but at least basic foundation.
I like cookies. It's cool.
What, Moors as a term, what is it? What does it represent?
Well, I mean, it represents the Northern Africans that controlled and took over Europe for about 700 years. What made Moors come to my mind, it was, again, during the period of George Floyd, and I felt that, you know, the community at large needed to remember who we are. There was a time when we ruled the world and we civilized Europe. There's an untold history about the Moors in America.
Absolutely.
And I felt like this was the perfect vehicle to do so.
Dope.
That's dope.
I'll tell you what. I was thinking while you're sitting here enjoying enjoying the show that I've been to several white institutions. It's not even a race thing, but I went to a lot of white schools my entire life. Okay, and I've always associated beer with Caucasians. You know, chigs and you know all these things. You know, I went to school in Indiana. Let's just start there.
I mean, everything you...
Let's just start there.
Everything in Indiana is white.
I forgot to say, Indiana's taking their ass bust over there, too.
Black-owned McDonald's is white. Like, you in Indiana.
Man. I got family. I got roots at ISU, man.
There you go, man. See, so,
his jersey's retired out there, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carl Nix is a beast,
Is
though.
that really
Carl
right?
Nix, love, though.
jersey's retired?
What made you, first of all, in strip clubs, too? Now what?
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Let's go now.
Yeah, let's go.
It shouldn't be there, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, what made you comfortable jumping into a space that's pretty much dominated by not black people?
Well, I mean, again, it was
dominated.
Nah, and you're right. I mean, but again, I think it was the focus and like the attention on diversity and inclusion during the period of George Floyd. And
so, did you think about none before that? It wasn't on your mind.
We would always think about business, but we wanted to find a way to like marry all of our passions. You know what I mean? Culture, art, music.
That's what I want to hear right there.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So we felt like this was the perfect vehicle. You know, again, I was motivated by the time, like the period.
Sure. There was no fear there, nothing.
No fear for me. I mean, at this point, I know y'all was talking about Kanye and other people like that prior, but definitely not fear for me. I mean, I felt like you know, we needed to lean more into our culture a little bit and not be afraid of that. I think, you know, there was definitely a lot of pushback in the beginning from people, you know, not
from ourselves, from us.
Yeah, not being confident that we could sell beer past Cermak, north to Cermak.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
But you would catch us outside drinking Tiger. What's old Tiger, OE? Come on, man.
211, man. Come on, man. Like, come on, man.
I never
My rationale was,
I love 211 back in the day.
Yeah, 4-pack after 4-pack. And can I throw back?
No, my rationale
What was my childhood, man?
Yo, check it. Yeah, we gotta stop being scared. You know?
Right, man. Talk your shit.
You know, we gotta put our foot forward and not be afraid of what everybody's gonna think of us. We need to like have some real confidence in our thoughts, because everybody think of great ideas all the time, right? You know, everybody can like come up with shit, but you never do nothing. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes, well, now is the time.
That was game right there.
Let me ask you,
put that foot forward.
Let me ask you in that same space, right? Because like this is, we're talking a year.
Yeah, 1 year.
We're talking about basically 1 year since you all like from concept
to now.
Now.
Yes,
and
sir.
then like you're in 10, 11, 12, 13 stores across the city.
No.
Not including the south suburb.
Correct
like,
him.
Correct him.
We're in over 95.
Over 90.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
He made 13 times 6.
5 months.
He made 13 times 6.
5 months, right? Yeah. And not to mention, like, let's be clear, right? Chicago's drinking culture is on site. We don't, believe it or not, we don't really go to stores. Black Chicago, anyway, we don't go to stores to get liquor to drink at home in the same way.
No,
until after a certain age. After about 55,
absolutely,
you're drinking in the garage because you're on punishment and shit. But at our age, we drink out. So bars like 16th Street, where we are now. Shout out to 16th Street, obviously, right?
75 East 16th Street.
Love our sponsor.
We got the Promontory. We got y'all got.
Williams Inn.
Run them down. Y'all got Chant Restaurant, High Park.
Game. We got
Game.
they're closed now. We got Family Den. We got
There you go. You go.
we
Touch the
got
pass.
Sportsman's Club. We got Tavern on Rush, Adorn.
Tavern on
Four
Rush.
Seasons. So we got a lot.
Exactly.
We got a lot.
So this is less than a year.
5
Less
months.
than a year.
We launched Juneteenth of this year.
March 17th. Beer's already in 95 stores in multiple
sir.
spots downtown.
Yes, sir. We grinding.
So let me pause there for a second and say, all right, let's go back 10 years. What was the goal for you personally in your life 10 years ago? Because obviously this wasn't thought about at that
That's a
time.
great question. Well, 10 years ago, the goal was the same, to be quite frank. But it was a different
It wasn't about
vehicle.
beer.
Different vehicle. My brother Sherrod and I, we were doing concerts, actually. We did experiential marketing, creating programs for brands that wanted to tap into the culture, via their product, right?
Gotcha.
So we created programs and events around that.
So if Pepsi or Coca-Cola or whoever
RJ
was trying to do something, hey, speaking my language, definitely did the RJ Reynolds gig till that law passed.
Absolutely. That canned our whole shit back then.
All that money went away.
Absolutely.
So generally, marketing is your background.
Well, I'm a CPA by trade. I'm a tax accountant.
You're the CFO for MOOR. So let's be clear, right? Like you run. You're the chief financial officer.
Absolutely.
So your background's in finance first.
Hey, look. Whoever else is in Moors, y'all watch him, okay? Don't let him control all the shit.
Y'all watch him.
Y'all gotta stay on his ass.
Y'all watch him.
Watch him. You know what I'm saying?
Watch me.
You know what I mean?
I don't know about all
Everybody
that.
need to watch me.
You doing right.
See how it's done, right?
Because we about to go all the way to the
There
top.
you go.
I already know what time it
There
is.
you go. If you ain't going to the top, why you doing it? We were just talking about that. If you ain't
No
going to,
reason.
if your site that said on the top, why the fuck is you doing it?
Everybody
Period.
watch.
Jamal, let me ask you this, bro. What high school you went to?
I went to Dunbar Vocational High School.
Dunbar.
What
What year you graduated?
What's that historic black excellence?
Yeah, exactly.
You know
Exactly.
Jones?
Huh?
You know
Did your
Jones?
parents go to Dunbar?
I did. No, my parents did not go to Dunbar.
Oh, okay. Are you from Chicago originally? Are you
I'm from
born
Chicago, born and raised in the low end. This is my area.
That boy got hands. He just told him he got hands.
Low end?
I'm
Goddamn
from
it.
PCs, if y'all know what that is.
Yeah, come on, man.
Shout out to
Come on, man.
26 at Calumet.
There you go.
Hey.
In
All right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, so, 7-4 then. 7-4.
Did you hoop?
What's that?
That's a key question. Did you hoop at Dunbar?
I did. Well, no, I played football and ran track at Dunbar.
Okay.
All right, that's respectable because I was about to, boy.
Are they good?
I'm on the wall. I'm on the wall.
wall?
in there. I'm on the wall in
Yeah,
there.
talk your shit.
Oh, you got trophies?
Talk your
I'm on the
shit.
wall in there, man.
What, for what? For track or for football?
Track, definitely.
What event?
200?
4x1.
4x1?
100, 200. I was a sprinter.
Ain't bad.
No,
Ain't
sprinter.
bad.
Okay, what year you came out?
94.
94. So my brother came out 97. He was all city and all state in
What's
the
your
4x1. Haven Matthews.
Okay.
Yeah. You know,
He was at a high school that you didn't compete against because they were on the less than.
you say you know.
I know. Yeah.
Don't lie for this man,
I
Digo.
do.
Don't do
No,
that.
we stayed in the mix. Coach Johnson
Yes.
was my man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, you a hater, bro. Hey, look.
I just be trying to cause the tap. I be like when people just be fake shouting out, yeah,
No.
you a liar,
It's crazy that I call you my brother, bro. You be hating that kid, bro.
I'm the fact checker. I want to make sure that this is real information being put on paper. That's all.
I respect it. I respect it.
Let me ask you a quick question. When you were listening to us earlier, you know what I'm saying, pregame, we start talking about Kanye. All right.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that you rock with Kanye.
I do.
And
I do.
So I took that as you feel he may be misunderstood.
He is completely.
How so?
I mean, personally,
Bring it down.
everybody's gonna have their own, thought process and the way they go about things. Kanye's shit is a little unconventional, but it's really like a lack of a filter, right?
Okay.
It's really like what everybody thinks it says and wants to say but can't and afraid to.
Right. That Bernie Mac shit. I ain't scared of you.
That's a two-part thing, though.
Yeah, his courage is inspiring, and I mean everything
Glad you said
he
that.
set out to do that they said he couldn't do. He said he couldn't be a rapper.
He did that.
He became Michael Jackson. They say he couldn't make shoes. He's like Jordans.
Yeah,
now.
he selling
I mean,
them.
so
I don't own a pair of
why do
Yeezys
we
ever.
still bet against this? You feel me?
Right.
So you said two things. You said inspired and you said unconventional.
Yes.
So in some fashion, is it fair to say that Ye may be inspiring cats to do things maybe, now I'm speaking from a Europeanized viewpoint right here, inspire people to do things in a non-conventional way, which is not the blueprint to success in America? Is that good or bad?
Well, I think it's a good thing.
Okay.
And I don't think he's challenging people to do things unconventionally. But what I really believe, like,
It's so funny
he's
when
teaching
you
people
say
not to be
shit because you be the one talking.
right, not be afraid, because people tend to like fall into the program.
Okay,
right?
like the Matrix.
Right, absolutely. And you know, I personally believe that if you step outside of that a little bit, you'll be surprised at the results. You know what I mean?
You're preaching, dog.
And I believe that he's like an ambassador of that. Honestly, he's not as articulate as he needs to be because he's not educated. Right, he didn't go to college. He didn't, you know what I mean?
He went.
You know,
he dropped out. He went.
And
And his
his
mother's one of the
mental-
smartest educators that we've known out of
I
Chicago.
just feel like dude got a lot to say, and he want to try to get it all out, but he can't.
That's
so
what
sounds
it is.
crazy.
That's what I think
right?
it is.
But I follow, right?
It never sounds crazy to me.
I follow.
It
It
never
sounds
sounds crazy.
unconventional. He sounds unconventional. It sounds unconventional to the common ear, bro. But you know, when you have to think about it, and sometimes your brain has to do the legwork. When people say things, it's like being in church. The pastor tell you something. Your brain has to do the legwork for you to figure out for it to apply to yourself.
No,
Kanye, and I'm
no
not calling
pastors.
Kanye a preacher or
No
a
more
pastor.
pastors
But
on the
sometimes-
corner convo.
Yeah, but sometimes,
He's a
you know,
preacher.
he say things, you got to think about it and be like, damn, he ain't crazy. Then 2 days later, damn, they made perfect sense.
Well, I mean,
He didn't explain it, though.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that because I was actually watching, like, you know how like sometimes you watch something on YouTube, and if
Right.
you don't like push the button, it kind of keeps going.
Oh, sure.
So it kept going, and an old interview from on the Breakfast Club from like 2013 came up.
Okay.
It was Kanye on there.
Yeah.
He's
I know
on
you
there
at.
saying how he's gonna do his shoes,
Yup.
gonna do fashion,
Yup.
and then saying no,
Yup.
nobody cares about your shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody cares about your fashion.
He was,
Why
wearing
you
an
do that?
he was wearing an oversized sweater.
And he said out his mouth,
Yup.
I'm going to be the biggest
I'm
person in fashion.
That's crazy.
And then you look today, it's like bizarre that it actually occurred.
Yes.
So everybody that was saying otherwise looks crazy.
So let me ask you this. Like, okay, you're starting to sound like a stand to me, and this is what
No
irritates
standing,
me.
no standing.
Right? No standing.
Get his ass.
Just respect.
Get his ass.
So check it out, right? If that same shoe came out, and I'm only saying this because I don't fuck with them shits, right? And that's
No,
let me finish.
put my shoes up?
Do what you do.
Do what you do. Do what you do. Do what you do, right?
Go get some of these motherfuckers. Y'all see this
Yes, you do, bro.
Y'all see this drip over here?
Talk your shit, right?
You know what I'm saying?
So what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, if Adidas just dropped that boot and it's not attached to Kanye, are you fucking with it?
No.
Exactly, right? You damn it.
Well, I don't know
What's
that.
wrong with that, though?
I mean, I can't really answer that question.
Your first answer is your best
What's wrong
answer.
with that, bro?
What I'm saying is this. They're not for me, but I get it. There are a bunch of people that think outside the box and that love that. And they're going to follow
Absolutely.
him forever. Right?
So I'm Michael Jordan. To your point, I'm going to tell you
this
something.
shit was fire when it came out.
You
So I
gotta
fuck with
give
Kanye,
Tim
but I
some
don't
of
follow
that
everything.
credit, too.
Right, okay.
Right?
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you.
So, but to your point though, I don't fuck with the
new boots?
no, the what do you call it? The little slide joints that got
Booties,
the,
yeah.
you know, like the perfect
My
slide joints.
daughter fuck with them. Oh, my God.
Kanye got slides?
Yeah.
Kanye
No,
got slides?
Birkenstock.
they're like the nurse joints. Yeah, Crocs joints.
Croc style, right?
But I'm going out of town. I go to the airport. It's 1,000 pair of Crocs.
Yeah, bro.
Easy Crocs.
Bro,
in
my
here.
students,
So it's like,
No, it works. It works. I get it.
My
I mean, I don't know what's going on,
Bro,
but
my students give
I
me the
personally
thing.
don't do it, but
You can
know.
customize them like with the holes. You can put like a little
I've seen
whatever.
that.
You know what they gave me the other day? One of them gave me Marvin the Martian, and the other one gave me Kazoo.
Get you reported
No,
that.
but check it though.
Like you can put it in the little holes of the croc or the whatever it's called.
No, but what I think though is, I mean, I've learned to not like be completely siloed though.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I think we get so used to hearing a certain music or seeing a certain brand or way of doing things that when we see something different, it's automatic shock. It's automatic like no, right?
I get it.
But
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're right. Facts.
over time, it's like, wait a minute. I feel like that's Kanye's whole shit. Musically, sonically, fashion-wise, all that. Like he challenges your fucking palette.
So what's your top 5 gym shoe?
Air Jordan 1.
Okay.
For sure.
1. Okay.
Jordan 3.
Hello.
That's number 2.
Oh, can I put my shit up? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Jordan 5.
For sure.
Damn, come
What
on.
Jordan?
Talk to me.
Okay. Jordan 10.
Hey,
all Jordans?
Yes.
Jordan list?
Yes. And I know.
11 ain't on there.
He called you a Kanye stand. You might be a
I
Jordan shoe
know,
stand, though.
wow. I like the Yeezys,
I'm
though.
excited. Yeah, no, get your shit off. I was
like
just,
the Yeezys.
I was excited doing shit.
I like Yeezy 500, 700,
right.
Boots, 350s, all of them.
Love.
Actually, they're the most comfortable shoe.
I've
The
never.
Yeezy joints?
Absolutely.
Everybody say that.
No bullshit.
My foot may fall off if I ever put that shit on.
Right, it looked like
It's
some
some
space
orthopedic
rocket.
shit.
I say,
shit.
I say Skechers and New Balance. I'm old.
No.
First of all, are you on New Balance? Them shits are comfortable.
They are, man.
I used to work at Lady Foot Locker in college. I promise you, I never thought I would wear New Balance because of who I was selling them to. Boy, you put a pair of them shoes on, you floating on air. Like,
shoes.
they are
It's
amazing.
different.
Especially if you on your feet all the time.
But as Chicagoans though, as entrepreneurs, the weird thing about Kanye, right? Like people from Chicago, he's so
Yes.
Now,
like literally
he the
everybody
most
in
Chicago.
Chicago acts for real. But like we be the ones that super critique him. But he's so real. Like for example, y'all was talking about the
What are them things?
the drink champs and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason why that's such a big deal, like why do y'all think that's such a big deal?
Because Chicago.
Well, why did it have 6 million views?
Because he's from Chicago.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's Jay. Like I said, he doesn't talk.
We don't get credit for what we do.
But
We
my
don't
point
get
is
credit
like,
for
but
influence,
why
right?
though? Right?
I think-
if it's like that, right? If everybody really see hate is not really hate most times.
I agree.
It's really love.
I agree.
It's like it's misplaced love.
I agree.
Okay.
I like that.
People who don't understand, you mentioned this point where he said he set a vision long time ago that people looked at him and was like, all right,
You're
you're
nuts.
feeling yourself.
You're
or
nuts.
you're just
And
overconfident.
he had every right to.
You're just feeling yourself. You're overconfident. But now he's there. Now, in his mind, he's like, do y'all remember that y'all told me I wouldn't be? And look at me now. I'm the Billy.
But
That
you
part
know
when he
what?
said, I text everybody on the group text. I'm worth more than everybody in this group text.
No,
He did say that.
That's
though.
a Chicago
He did
shit.
say that shit though.
It's some Chicago shit. It's some Chicago shit. But it's
Don't worry,
true.
Noah's gonna get that.
One thing
Don't
about a
worry
Chicago motherfucker, a real Chicago motherfucker, they won't lie about nothing like
This
that.
is emotional.
If they say it,
I'm a liar.
but if they
I'm
say
gonna
it,
lie.
it's probably
Lie my ass off.
proven, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't say it. You don't
I'm
put
rapping,
something on Hoover, on BD, on Phoneme. You don't do that unless you really know you can prove
On
that.
the big stage, yep.
That's a very specific space
facts.
that
Well,
Chicago
you know what?
holds.
Cats hold
New
them
York
accountable.
is known for just saying
Holds
I'm the
them accountable.
best,
Yeah.
and you ain't got nothing to show for
But
it.
I think the biggest takeaway,
So is
however
LA.
you feel, like you ain't gotta like it, you ain't gotta be inspired or whatever the case may be. What the takeaway though is to not be afraid, right? To
keep going back to that
do
facts.
what you want. Like you
stand
can
on your joint.
He's showing you. Right? Like everybody thinks I'm crazy, but it don't fucking matter if I got 9 B's.
It don't matter.
Right?
It don't matter.
Talking about I'm gonna be the first with a T. I had to explain what that meant. He was like, y'all know what that
No,
means,
at the end
right?
of the day, I think people just need to be inspired to do more, and that's it.
Why do you think? Why you think that Chicago, like he just alluded to,
Absolutely.
was saying, speaking about New York, speaking about LA, Chicago, we've been ahead of the game or been the best in the game in a lot of things. I ain't shit on nobody else. I ain't got to. The numbers and the product speak for itself. Why don't we get credit for being trendsetters in a lot of shit?
That's a good question.
So why don't we get credit, though?
I think we
getting great at it too.
I think we started to get a lot of love since Obama.
Okay.
Obama shed a lot of light on the shot. We started getting a lot of attention. That's why we get credit for all the murders. That's why we get credit for other things, right?
Okay.
But our time is now, though, right? I think we just need to keep coming
I agree
with.
with
Good
that.
point. Good point.
I agree with
I think we just need to keep coming with, product, Moore's beer. I think we need to keep coming with talent. Like you guys. I mean, I think we just need to keep going, right? And then not be afraid to express our point of view and be all the way in it, right? And not necessarily try to emulate other people.
We don't have to.
Right?
They
Not try
us.
to fit the status quo, right? Don't be afraid of expressing yourself.
So
Everything is art.
let me ask you this. Dylan was selling beer now. What does that even look like? How do you make beer? How do you find out oh, this is the taste that I wanted to have.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you find beer?
How do you find beer?
Right. So
This is your recipe.
Yeah, this is our recipe. We on our.
Hey, the sauce, fam.
Hey, I need y'all to shut the fuck up.
Okay, hold on.
Yo,
Ashley, bring him down.
Again.
Convo. Thank you, sir.
Well, to answer your question, we definitely own our recipes. We have we had an idea of what we wanted, right? What we call a discerning palate, right? We wanted to make beer for African Americans.
Discerning palate, okay.
A discerning palate, a palate that what I like, what you like, what we all like, right? So we wanted to make beer that we thought tastes good to us, and we also wanted to make beer to pair with food, right? We got like partners in our organization that got like, you know, fine dining experience, big gourmand, things like that. And that's what explains why we're in Next, we're in the Office, we're in, you know, Michelin starred restaurants, we're in Tavern on Rush, we're in Adorn and Four Seasons. So that would explain that. But our beer is made to pair with food. So we have like
I like that.
like a triple entendre, if you will. You know, we wanted to you know, bring culture, community, and commerce into the mix for African Americans.
Love it.
You know, prior to us, or prior to just anybody, right? There were brands of beer that marketed to African Americans, but never African American owned beer.
Right.
So you got Schlitz, you got 8 Ball, you got St. Ides, and all the other things like that. They're white owned, right? We're trying to create a beer brand that not only tastes good, but is owned by us. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go on record, not to cut you off before you get started. I'm gonna go on record.
Do this shit, though, bro.
I'm gonna go on record. Next year, Moors will be at the Super Bowl.
Man,
my word.
We need
my
that
word.
action.
My
We need
word.
that action, bro.
My word.
We need that action. Yep.
Absolutely.
My word.
Nah, we going all the way. And I don't know how soon, how fast, but we will be there.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this about beer, right? Because to your point about the initial like difficulty in selling it, right? I learned beer in Milwaukee, right? Huge beer
city,
right? Their whole financial game was based on Miller for a long time.
Beer is a commodity.
But also they were in the early ends on the craft, right? To be clear. What up, Dame? We got Dame in the building from more.
Hey.
Y'all packing the house. Let's go.
So I remember very specifically hanging out with mostly white folks and real talk. And at that time, the only beer I drank was like Corona, Heineken, right?
Yeah.
That was back in my Hennessy days, you know.
For sure.
I'm older now. No.
Beast. Milwaukee, don't do Milwaukee's best.
But Heineken, Corona, you go to the bar, you order one of those with your Hennessy or whatever the case may be, right? So I remember the first time somebody ordered me like a Fat Tiger, and I was like, what is that?
What's that?
Like,
right?
what is that?
Yeah.
And then drank it and was like, oh, that's interesting, that's decent, okay. Then I remember the first time I had like a half acre, and then saw on the back of the can it was from Chicago. I was like, oh shit. So when I got into craft beer was around the time that craft beer really hit in Chicago.
Right.
But it was Revolution, it was Lagunitas, it was still the same, Goose Island, still the same. Yeah, still no shade, but that was
y'all not Moors though.
We coming for you.
Still that market, right? Yeah. So what I'm saying is like at the time, I would show up to parties, people's cribs, with a 4-pack of Chicago craft brew.
Facts. No, those are
and then I found Vice.
You can't share a 4-pack though, bro.
You can't.
Wow.
People won't drink.
You selfish as hell.
They don't know what it is. They look at it like, oh no, this ain't a Heineken.
That's even better for y'all. He showed up to a whole party with a 4-pack and wasn't gonna share.
I used to take it to barbershop.
He y'all shit.
No, I'm not talking about more. I'm talking about before more.
No, I feel you.
I'm talking about just getting into craft beer.
Okay.
Right? But being black and going to black establishments, when you BYOB, I'm bringing
black
craft beer.
Big facts.
Go to the barbershop. Y'all want one of these? Y'all want one of these? Nah, Joe, we good, right? So I know that had to be a major hurdle in the initial space. And I've seen the articles, I've heard, you all's approach, and I agree with your philosophy. My question is this. Do you think it's possible to substantially affect the next market, not the current? We're the current market.
Yeah.
We're old.
Yeah.
We're gonna drink whatever the fuck we want when we want. We don't give a fuck if we know you. We don't give a fuck what it costs. We gonna drink what we want when we want. The new market of beer drinkers that don't look like us, or don't care that you from Chicago, or ain't really affiliated with the whole history of the Moors. Do you feel like you all have the potential right now to impact that next craft brewery market in a way that will have you as the leaders of the market?
Absolutely.
And why?
Absolutely. Well, our approach is brand forward. We feel like our target market are brand loyal, right? Our people are brand loyal. We don't give a fuck. Like, as long as you got a Gucci G on that motherfucker,
Jordans,
you feel me? As long as you got a, you know what I mean? So we're brand loyal, and Moors will be a badge brand. Moors will be seen like Duce.
Hey, this is good, dog.
So it's just in the beer space, right? It's gonna always be affordable because it's beer, but it's gonna be seen as social currency to our community. Right?
Social currency.
And the overall beer community at large.
Yes.
So we're not concerned with the. Well, I mean, it's definitely a challenge, I would say.
Okay.
Right, because younger people don't drink beer, but they age.
No. Younger people drink beer, especially in college, because you broke.
But they only know what they know.
So we gotta get it.
Craft beer is not for broke
It's
drinkers.
not for people at all.
Okay.
Craft beer is craft. It's customized beer.
Got it.
Absolutely.
Got it.
I like the fact that you guys want to get so big to the point where y'all produce jobs for other people.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm looking down the line like, man, fam, you producing jobs and work and you keep doing it. Man, I love that.
That's why we got into it. Honestly, I think the biggest contribution in society is to be an entrepreneur and to create opportunities for others to feed their families, send their kids to school and college and things like that. There's no other feeling for me. I mean, I think that's the biggest contribution to the world, right?
You got kids?
I do not.
Let me ask you this then.
Hey, think twice, okay?
Is it important? Yeah. I gotta go. Great job, first of all. Great job.
Praise to God.
Yeah. All praises.
Pull out kid. This is the pull out kid.
I gotta ask you this, right? Where in the next 5 years, what's the goal? Are we talking legacy, right?
Absolutely.
We're talking your children, kids, right? As your boy Kanye say.
I got tons of nieces and nephews.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah, I got tons. I got babies. I got goddaughters.
Y'all ain't getting shit.
I got babies.
I don't
want to see y'all just come and go.
Right? No, we're not coming and going. So I'll tell you. In the next 5 years, I definitely see 9 figures for us.
Nine
next
year.
I'm gonna clap at myself. I don't give a no else.
Yeah.
The whole idea was to create a brand, scale it all the way to the point where it could be national.
Right.
In order to do that, we definitely got to fuck with one of the big boys, and one of the big boys gonna have to come with the 9 figs, and we waiting for that.
Y'all worth it, dog. Y'all worth it. You know it.
We definitely don't want to give up complete equity. We're gonna own it wholly. We want to create a space for all black brewers around the nation.
That's what it is.
You know how you got Anheuser-Busch or Molson Coors. They own a number of brands. Right. So we want to create a space for all black brewers, right? To have their product in the stores, in bars and restaurants, everywhere. Not just Moors, but Funky Town, Turner House, or whoever, right? But we want to create a space though. Because one of the things that we recognized early, just being in the space, that black brewers don't actually have their own brewery, their own space.
To actually come up with recipes.
We're doing things. We own the recipes. We know we do the knowledge.
Own the recipes.
We gotta own the other shit. Right. So that's what we aim to do right now.
So where y'all cooking up at? Y'all have y'all own?
Let's like the Colonel.
The Colonel, 18th Street.
Let's cook up. Let's cook up.
It's a black-owned guy, Drew Fox. Shout out to Drew Fox.
Shout out to Drew Fox.
They've definitely been instrumental in our success.
Okay.
They've been they don't even do contract brewing, right? But they loved our idea so much that they wanted to give us a shot, and we're definitely appreciative. But you know, as we continue to grow, we want to, like I said, we want to create the space for not just us, but all black brewers, right? We want to create a space because I mean, most black brewers don't have the equipment, the things that they need, right? But we want to end that,
makes
right?
sense, though.
And we want to create a safe space again for all black brewers.
Quick, I need your help real quick, okay? I need your help. I'm in desperate need of your help, okay? I see the glasses.
Yep.
Framed magnificent.
Thank you.
I see the hoodie, I see the vest.
Yes.
Magnificent, you know what I'm saying?
Raised right.
You are
He said raised what?
right. Raised right, you know what I'm saying?
Raised
Fashion,
right.
you
I
are
thought
brand
raised.
forward.
Absolutely.
So I'm bringing attention to the hat, the Moore's hat. That's fashion forward. Now my guys get on my case because I like my pants and my jeans fitted.
Yes.
Can you get this man on board? Now McKenday's a different story. He's a little slim, so sometimes
That's because don't shit fit him.
sometimes you know what I'm saying. You know his pants are just already slim.
Wait. I just want to bring my brother in if I can.
No, please, Sherrod, come on, man.
No. Here's the thing.
My pants are fitted or tight as fuck. I don't care, but they don't want that shit. I'm trying to bring because it's gonna be a point
I don't know
where
what he's talking
you're not gonna have big clothes around. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not honoring none of this shit he talking about.
You don't have to.
What I was gonna ask
It's true.
was.
Hold on, I just asked the whole question.
Oh.
Just before he's a bully. Did you see bullies? They come in all shapes and sizes. No, I'm fucking around. Come on, let's go.
Well, I didn't hear the question. Go ahead.
What's the question?
It was more of a compliment.
Help me get him on board with, you know, how fashion going forward.
It's not a fucking question.
I mean, you just gotta be urban. Urban always wins.
Always.
That's a short answer.
Now let's go-
Evolution always
Now let's
wins,
go to an
sir.
actual question.
Right.
Let's go to an actual question.
Anyway,
That's not what that
Attributes
was.
a question.
No, that attributes a question. I'm gonna attribute you a
Attribute to a
question.
question, bro.
Right.
Look.
So the color scheme
Yes, sir.
is orange with the fatigue,
Yes, sir.
which gives us the general
Hunting.
air of hunting.
Duck hunt.
They glow.
Duck hunt.
Hunting. Now,
Day glow orange.
Now,
Day glow.
it's day glow, so that you don't get shot in the field.
Absolutely.
That's why you got this glow in the dark orange shit on. If you in the forest. Now, the question becomes, how is that significantly related to a black-owned brand, or AKA the specific name of the Moor's brand?
How can what?
Why that color scheme? Why the hunting color scheme?
It's real simple. It just popped. That's it.
You said what?
20.
It just popped. It just popped.
20.
Simple.
We need 20. 20.
Sometimes less is more. Sometimes less is more.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is you, bro.
Sherrod's gonna step in, man.
Man.
Peace.
Peace, King. Hey,
Hold for a second so we can. Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
I love it, though.
So
You
Sherrod,
hit by yourself, though. No backup.
Oh, that's what's up.
that
He dipped on me.
boy,
My brother left me out the drive to school.
that boy familiar around mics, man. He's okay, man. I've known this brother for quite some time.
Quite a
You know,
while.
quite a while. And
Don't date me though.
no, I won't. I mean, if I do, I'm dating myself,
There you
right?
go.
We all know you old as shit.
No.
Mama.
I'm 25.
You the oldest of all those, though.
I'm 25. 21 Jump Street. Let me be clear. Anyway,
What's the question? Keep it.
Sherrod, no, look, check this out, right? See, if y'all don't know, Sherrod is a musician, right?
Facts.
Everybody love music, goddammit.
Out the box musician, right? He's not for everybody, but who is he for? The people that rock with him. I'm trying to tell you, I've done shows with this brother. He's giving me music like, man, bro, check this out. I'm giving him my honest opinion.
Absolutely.
We've chopped it up, right?
Absolutely.
We've had long conversations that people won't even know about.
Nope. Can't even know I'm an MC really though.
That's crazy.
They don't know that.
That's crazy. Like I know your whole family. It's
Right.
like even more crazy, right?
Right.
So it didn't come as a surprise to me when you were a part of this.
Correct.
Right? So I heard Jamal say, look, we're going outside the box.
Correct.
That fits exactly who you are.
It is.
It made sense to me then when oh shit. He done found it. This is his album. This is the one. This is one, right? So just talk to me about what made you get in, and you know what's your vision
And
right
that's what I
now.
was gonna say. Also, speak to your side of it. Like, where do
absolutely.
you?
Yeah,
what's your role?
What they said, though.
What I would just say is just like Jamal just said to my brother, like you know, our brother Damon called him and told him we wanted to make a beer. He wanted to make a beer. He immediately called me. like, yo, we about to do this beer. Because, you know, as he mentioned before, too, you know, we do things Trump tight anyway. Even Damon, you know, even when he was in Miami, he was out of Chicago for a while. Even in Miami, he would come to Chicago. We go down there, we doing stuff. So we're always throwing business ideas back and forth to each other. When Damon came with the idea to do a beer, Jamal tagged me. He hit the name right on the head. I just took the marketing piece and just flew.
So wait, who came up with the name?
Jamal did.
Jamal came up with the name.
He called me
Moors.
one day like, yo, dog, we should call it Moors. I was like, now you're talking, because we went through several different name iterations. And he was like, yo.
That pulled you in a little more.
Yeah,
did y'all want to call it like Black Equity?
All kind of crazy. It was ridiculous.
The Brother Nation.
I was just like, nah, man.
On phone them. Right. Cheese in the dough. None of them was qualified.
As a brand builder and brand strategist, like, no, we got to have something. And when Jamal called me, I remember exactly where I was, too. He called me. He was like, oh, we should call it Moors. And I was like, now you talking. I immediately sat down and started crafting what that meant.
Love that.
That's dope.
That's good business, though.
Yeah.
Did y'all create the lettering? Like, did y'all create the
Actually,
full?
our good friend,
Because I know you're marketing. I know your primary role is in the marketing space.
Yeah.
So like, how did you arrive at like the actual final? Because that's hard, man. To say this is what we gonna go for. This gonna be our logo. This is what we rocking with forever. Like, how do you land there?
that shit.
Yeah.
We still
very blessed, and to have a very talented creative director, Mr. Ron Hill.
Okay, shout out to
Ron Hill.
Ron Hill. Shout out.
Ron Chill.
Ron Chill on time. Yeah, the hoodie's fire.
We, you know, we came to chill, and he was just like, yo, we was like, here's some of the things that we wanted to represent, you know, excellence, pride, tell a little bit of history, you know, and all of these key words that we kind of threw into a matrix to be like the foundation of what the brand's essence was. And he took that and like basically, you know, carved it out from scratch. I mean, obviously, I would say it was a one-shot Dillinger, to be honest, because he came with like the initial, you know, he came with the initial the demo, and that was pretty much it. And then he like touched it up, and it was like, boom, this is what we wrote.
We locked in.
And so, in all actuality, Jamal too found the picture.
Okay.
Of King Casper.
Is that a person? Is that what? Say it again.
Yeah, this
what's the name?
King Casper. He was said to King Casper. He was said to be the one of the three wise men that went to go see Jesus.
Do you mind, bro?
What's that?
There you go.
King Castle was said to be one of the three wise men.
King Casper.
Casper. Sorry.
Yeah.
So one of the three wise men. We talking about the story of Jesus in Nazareth. Three wise men.
Absolutely.
And he was that black.
Correct.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He was a black man.
Interesting.
Like Lone Ranger.
You know.
Now, are y'all putting history lessons on every can?
Yes.
Love it.
So every can has a lesson on the side of the can. Tells the story of the Moors and how they brought like even things like hygiene, science, technology, mathematics, and then a fermentation process called which they call alcohol, which is today we know is alcohol.
So you're saying that within the process of how you all even think about the recipe for the beer, it's also paying some homage to
it's definitely paying
the
homage.
Moorish scientists.
We like to do it in celebration of the original craftsman. So when people talk about a craft beer, who was the first to actually craft a beer?
That's brilliant, man. Last show we had a guy that built buildings. Steve Searles, and he said he referred to the black people here in America that built the country as master builders.
Master builders.
Not slaves.
Right.
They were master builders because
like
they
that.
built
I like
all
that.
of this. Dope, man. That's
Absolutely.
really dope.
Yep.
Hey, man, I hate silence, man.
So do we have to bring back the other brother?
Look. No.
Okay.
This shit was amazing, man. Glad to officially meet you, Jamal, for real. Like, I've seen you throughout the years a million times, bro.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, he said, he's like, man, I've been seeing this dude all the time,
and he's been seeing me. You know what I mean? And again, to find out that I know people within your organization, man, makes me feel like I'm in the right space. We're doing the right things, and we're gonna continue to build. Some way, somehow, we will figure it out.
Absolutely.
Just 100. You know what I mean? Go ahead, bro.
Real quick,
Yeah.
Just real quick. I just want to
knock over the pinnacle.
Thank you
I said
guys.
shoot you.
We
You
can't
got a
knock
whole
over the
gun.
pinnacle.
That's my shit. That's my shit right there.
This is black excellence, but if you fuck with that plastic French house, you gonna get
2.5 seconds drunk. You be fuck with pinnacle.
Get the job,
Cut the check.
I'm gonna chase it with this though. I'm gonna get there.
Chasing with more is good.
Get there, goddammit.
But no, I wanted to say I appreciate you guys for giving us your platform for sure. Sharing your platform with us. to highlight our product, to highlight our business. Much respect, much love to you guys for sure. Much continued success to you guys. You guys got thousands of fucking followers and shit.
Thousands upon thousands of listeners. 10,000 to be exact and still growing. You know what I mean?
Let's take it all the way.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Everything. Look, I'm encouraging everybody. You feel me?
Exactly.
We're gonna take this thing all the way. No fear.
No fear.
No fucking
fear.
barriers.
No barriers.
No fucking like the little bullshit that happens.
None of that bullshit.
That get in the way. We gonna beat that too.
Yeah. We beyond that. We beyond that.
We're all winners.
Yeah.
We are winners, man.
Real talk, man. Hey, real talk. Let's clap it up one time.
One time.
Homeboys Company, man. Let's clap it up for Black Excellence in this joint, man. Like, I'm telling you, and I say this on every other show, I would not do this if we didn't have an opportunity to highlight brothers like yourselves, man. If it was just me talking to these dudes, I would have quit a long time ago. There's no value in that. I love these brothers, but I can talk to them on group text, whatever. The focus of this is to make sure that we can highlight brothers like yourselves. Damon, who's over here taking pictures like, he look like
Steven Spielberg.
That's not Damon. Wait, you know you look just like him from the side. From the side. After three of these porters. After 3 porters and 2 IPAs, you look like that. Anyway.
I want to say real quick, we didn't get a chance to announce this yet.
Yes.
But Wintrust Arena.
Y'all in Wintrust Arena?
Let's go.
For DePaul.
In the WNBA Chicago Sky. Hey! Shout out
to DePaul Equipment Place for putting us in there.
Yo, we got some information we gonna announce very soon related to that.
Yep.
That's amazing, man.
And we will call you. Oh, no, I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this, man.
Hey, listen, man. We don't know how to end this, apparently.
I do.
Too much
Cut the camera off.
No. It's the Corner Convo, episode 73, man. We out, man.
Real quick. Famous 73. Run our test.
You panicked. Nah, he wanted a perfect goal. We don't honor that over here. We just smacked you.
We on the
Let's come together against